Cot.
Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to Divine and Conqueror's Hogwarts Prep. This is a 5e game based in the Harry Potter universe. It's currently the year 1942 during the World War II in Grindelwald doing some. I was about to cuss bad things out.
Yeah, we
there.
need to have that timer go.
Yeah. You can totally tell I was prepared for what I was going to say. We are going to have Stephanie and Josh on the portal, and Ryan will be absent today for reasons. But yeah, does anyone have anything they wanted to say or mention before we go to saying hi to our friends and stuff?
We did.
Wow, that was unison. What up?
Wow. We're not related. We love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your donations, for all of the awesome Talon and Claw Talon and Claw helping us, but also Extra Life streams that we did. It was so great, and we had so much fun, and we reached our goal.
We did. We 100%.
We went over our goal.
We doubled our goal actually. Barrel. We 100% fucking doubled that number. Why are my hands stirred? Oh, because sun. Yeah, thank you, Talon Claw, for everything that you guys did. Saw all the donations there. And if you guys do go to their Etsy, their information is down below. Talon Claw for every DM screen. No, don't say that part anymore because that's over. But they have amazing DM screens and these amazing dice vaults.
Yes, they're beautiful.
Yes.
They smell great. They fit nicely in your hands. Exactly.
And your pockets if you want to keep them in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Put
good.
it in your pocket.
Put it in your front pockets. I mean, it's all good.
It doesn't impede your walking at all.
It doesn't. I mean, I love it. It's pretty big. It's a good size. It's a good size.
Yeah.
You can use a 10% code Divine Conquer for 10% off if you go to their Etsy. Also, thank you to Lynn and 33 for all your amazing work and all the help that you guys did to bring in all that money. In the grand scheme of things, I mean, $202 isn't, like. Whatever, it's
but
fucking
it went to
awesome.
The
It helps
children.
kids.
It went to
I'm
Texas
so
children.
happy. We reached these kids.
We reached these kids.
Yeah.
Justin, aren't you happy?
Justin did an amazing job. I don't care what your opinion is it? You did a good job.
Yeah, it's ours.
Yeah, ours. Yeah. I don't care what your opinion is. You did a good job.
You did awesome.
Yeah.
That was such a fun game.
It was, dude. It was.
And it was super enjoyable.
How can you go wrong with dinosaurs? And
I enjoyed that so much.
Yeah, dinosaurs are important. On the YouTube, I described it as a Jurassic Park meets Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
It's pretty dope. And everyone that donated, there is a special thank you on all 3 of last week's videos. So. The one that was posted yesterday and the one that will be posted tomorrow. So, thank you guys so much. Oh my god.
That was
thank
a really
you
big
so
thank
much
you.
Too.
That was such a big thank you.
Yeah, that was the biggest thank you ever.
That was the thundering applause.
It was either a farting thank you or a burping thank you. Or both.
Either way.
But
we're making noises for you. Thank you.
If no more announcements, I think that's for that. Let's roll that motherfucking intro.
Okay. It was beautiful bean footage?
The bean footage.
Yes!
Now you understand.
Now I get it. There's a dog. Is it my cot?
My cot.
Is it?
Mike's so hot.
Oh, I don't know if I like that part. Okay, so let's do a little bit of recap. let me flip to the page where my notes for the recap are because so many things happened. So many one thing happened last game.
So many one thing.
Two things.
Two things. So.
Somebody say.
Oh.
What up? I don't know who you are, but what up?
He's awesome.
Wait a minute. Where legitimately are my recap notes? Oh, it's the shortest one. I thought it was part of the game notes, but it's actually the. So leaving y'all's leaving the mines and almost traveling for about a week or so, you guys reach the beautiful landscapes of Scotland, finding a slight rusted wagon, fixing it a little bit. They continue on, and at one of the nights of your guys' travel, finding a wedding. A nice gypsy couple was about to be wed. You guys danced, celebrated, traded, fought, got drunk, attempted to steal. You know, the typical things that happen at a wedding.
Absolutely.
Don't forget we drugged a guy.
You guys did drug a guy. I did forget that, but yes.
Mushrooms.
That's how we got that good deal on the horse.
That is how you guys got a
Great
good
deal on the horse.
But eventually finding the culprits of what was causing the rust, and it was a couple of rust monsters. You guys fought the gang of them, defeated them, and then it's pretty much the game. And today we're going to continue where we left off from there.
Yeah.
It was an epic fight.
It was fun.
It was pretty bloody. So that's it.
Fuck you, Rust.
Fuck that Rust. So, it is.
Oh, we didn't actually introduce our characters. Or...
Look, dude, you wanna introduce yourself?
People should
We
know
can.
by now. People should know.
Yeah, that's
You wanna-
true.
We want to be known.
We just want you to be happy. Jesus.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. So, hi, my
Talking
name
to
is
geeks.
Jess. I play Neff, who's a Hufflepuff barbarian, and she likes to smash things with her mole.
Steph, why don't you introduce yourself since you're on the other world?
The other world. I'm Stephanie. I play Sonya. I'm a divination witch, and I just got me some tarot cards.
That's
Woo!
so true. If you want to roll those,
We
someone
have
needs to
them.
legitimately roll the dice for you because
We
they're
can do
all
that.
the way over here.
Yes.
I'll contain myself until next week.
Okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough.
But we want to know.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
We're going
skipping
this
around.
way. Yeah, we're going
Oh, okay.
start this way.
I'm Justin, and I play Artie, who is a paladin bard who does a lot of psychic stuff.
That's true. That is true.
Just damage, not like seeing in the future.
I'm playing a rogue named Mia.
That's
I love how
beautiful
short
and
it is.
succinct.
It's like, that's it, bitches. I don't even know shit about it.
It's
out
gonna
in
be
game.
epic finding out. I am Lee. I play Bones. I am a Gryffindor sorcerer. Witchborn. I never seem to say that, but I am. You know
Oh, yeah.
that
Pure
that,
blood, yeah.
that kind of person. And I've got a brother, and you might or might not have met him. He's kind of interesting.
He's right there.
He's pretty cold.
I think he's hot.
And you gotta
Dragon.
stop.
And that's all I got for now.
Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for that amazing intro. So, alright.
We
So,
also have a Ferris and a
yeah,
Jericho,
Ferris. Yeah.
but they'll be joining, or
Ferris will not be
Jericho
here today.
later.
Jericho will be joining as soon as
Yeah.
he arrives to his home.
Yeah.
So, you guys defeated the rust monsters. Gather your materials. Dust off all the gunk that you had on you. Went back to the caravan and had a full night's sleep. So you guys can officially get your HP back, half your hit die, and your spells if you used any in battle. The next morning,
Yeah.
I will only say Artie gets to roll.
Oh.
Nobody else.
I like that.
Yeah,
Can I roll?
roll me perception.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna do a flat one without the dis. What's up?
Just flat?
Yeah, like
With my bonus?
yeah.
With your-
Okay.
By the book is
18.
18. Okay. So,
Bless you.
as you're slightly waking up in earlies of the morning, since of your background, you see that half of the caravan is already set. The horses are mounted. They're cleaning off the food that they were making for breakfast that morning. They're waking up the people that did not wake up early or are just too hungover to actually maneuver. And they're like 5 minutes or so, they're leaving. And the rest of your party is still asleep. The sun's just about to rise. What do you do?
I'm gonna go talk to the guy that gave me all the wine.
As he's currently scraping off a pan. Friend, the fuck did you put in my wine?
You were the one giving me the wine.
I know. What the fuck did I put in the wine?
I don't know, but I liked it.
It is pretty good.
Where are you guys headed?
Depends on where we're told to go. The wind usually heads us. But to be honest, we're probably gonna go south. Yeah.
I like.
The
Check the wind.
Yeah, it flows south. Yeah,
Yeah,
since
well.
you're kind of north. Yeah.
I see. We're headed north, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You guys are almost. So according to Sonya's map, you guys are almost there.
Woo!
All right. Well, I just want to tell them that I hope I hope you guys have a good trip.
No,
And
yes.
whenever we come back south, we'll have to find you guys. Is there a good way to find you?
Listen to the noise and the colors. You'll find us.
The noise in the colors.
And the colors, as you the
Oh.
caravans are. Listen to the noise in the colors. He's still a little fucked up,
You
right?
need some mushrooms for that.
Here's some mushrooms. You'll understand in a minute.
Woo!
We'll be around. You'll see
Alright.
us.
I just want to thank him for the carriage and everything.
It was fun. Sorry for the beating my son gave you.
I let him win.
Don't
Yeah.
say that too loud. He laughs. He exchanges a bromantic arm shake.
Aw.
And then as you guys, as you're pulling away, you see that there's a bottle of wine that's being brought to you, ever so not sneakily, to your chest area.
I
You
take
wanna
it.
Take it. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
Until we
having
meet
wine.
again.
We will. The faith brings it so. And he starts finishing what he's doing. And he gets up, starts attending to the horses.
And do I see anybody else I recognize around?
I mean,
I
people from last night, yeah, for sure. But is there anything specific that you want to talk to? Anyone that you would like to?
I kind of want to figure out this, since they were coming from the north, right?
They actually didn't say where they were coming from. To be honest, they moved from south to where you guys are at, and then where you guys are heading, you're literally heading to the top area of that area. So there is no more up from where you guys are going, unless you want to go to the ocean.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
I just want to talk to one of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anything we should be worried about in this area? Is there anything that we should do to prepare?
No, not. I mean, I would stay away from deep forest. There's a lot of bears. But other than that, you should be fine. Yeah, it's safe to stay on the road. We don't, but it's safe to. Not a lot of food up there though, unless you got coin.
We can eat bear.
Gives you a the fuck did you just say to me? Yeah, rabbit's easier to kill than bear.
But bear lasts longer.
How much bear have you had in your past?
Barely any.
Ah!
Looks at you.
Bad joke.
I'd shoot you if there was only one of you.
Alright, I walk off and then I cast Minor Illusion and then I have him walk up to him.
He needs to stop. He gets his flask and puts it away. Puts it in his back pocket. And you see him start muttering in a Romanian to himself as he's leaving. And by then, almost maybe 2 cards are left to be to finish packing, and that's when the rest of the party wakes up. So you guys are waking up slightly. If you drank, feel the slight hangoverness. It'll go away soon, but you feel it.
Do you feel rusty?
Oh God, puns. I don't know if that was your intention, but
Oh, it
puns.
absolutely was.
I mean, because I was
You're
gonna press
slightly
prestidigitation as
yeah.
clean us a bit. but
You
I
yeah,
don't
you
know if
guys
that
you
actually
guys did.
happened.
You guys did. Yeah. So you're
Okay.
clean. A little sore maybe, but you guys are fine.
Well, I mean, they were big monsters.
They're huge.
So, are there still carts around? or-
They're like by the time you get up, they're gonna be leaving.
Okay.
Is there anything that you guys want to do though?
I mean, we told them about. No, we didn't, because they wouldn't understand rust monsters, probably.
No, they would not understand what that was at all.
No, we didn't say anything about that. So, okay, never mind.
Because the tarot cards that were given to Sonya, to them it's just regular cards that they can use to see the future. But with someone with her talents, it's legitimately a magical item that only specific,
Right.
aka wizards, can only do.
Gotcha.
So yeah. But if you guys aren't gonna say anything, or
I'll just to the group be like, what nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Heck
Hopefully
yeah.
we run
very
into
much
them
so.
again.
Me too.
Yeah, we found a cool trinket from my brother.
Oh,
I think
yes,
he's gonna dig
yes.
it.
as you see Ferris in the back, who the fuck took my? And you see a little kid throw him his little bag. God, thank you. You see he pulls out a skull. Oh, thank God.
I want to check for my belongings.
Everything's there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we all do like a pat check?
Yeah. As you guys do, they were just fucking with him. But yeah, you guys all have your stuff
Yeah.
where you left it. It's been
I'm gonna
untouched.
fist bump the little dudes. Yeah.
So as you guys pack, get your belongings. Do you go back to get your cart? Now that you have a wheel that you can
Yeah.
put attached
Yes.
to.
Yes.
And with your new horse.
With our horse.
Or still horsey.
100%.
100%. Even though so now you have a cart and a
Fluffle
cart.
butt is
All
his name.
I'm the whole way it's there. I want to just be like, guys, it's gonna be so awesome when we rig this up to my car. It's gonna be so badass.
Oh.
You can. You 100%
But-
can.
But what are we naming the horse? We didn't ever
The
discuss
horse will be
it.
inside the carriage.
No, what are we naming it?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Mm.
I was gonna say Fluffle butt.
I feel
She
like
is a large white horse with black spots all over.
Could someone talk to it and see if it has a name?
Does
yeah.
anyone
that's
have
a
speak
thing.
with animal?
Yeah. I think that
Yes.
Sonya does.
Sonia, do you have speak with animal?
Huh?
Do you have speak with animal?
Yes, I do.
You can totally talk to her.
I will talk to her.
Yay!
Um,
My one shot
let
character
me-
did.
Let me double check because I think I do. I am almost positive. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, because you wanted to
Yes,
talk
I do. I do. I
Okay.
did.
All right. So
Okay.
as you guys are walking by, and attaching everything to her, you cast speak with animal. Nobody's around. You see, you wave your wand and enchant your spell, and now you can have a conversation with her. You can have a communication with her if you would like. Yes, you can talk to
it
her.
lasts 10 minutes, so.
Yeah, you can talk to her for quite a while. And horses aren't dumb, so it's a little bit more than your
Yeah.
average conversations you've had before.
Alright, I just want to, like, pet her mane and, like, calm her down and be like, so, how you doing? What's your name? You look so beautiful.
She's picking up this horse.
Hey girl, what you doing, horse?
Hey, girl.
The horse.
Hey girl, hey.
It's so
Hey.
fucking weird to roleplay with animals. Kind of gets a little spooked and her neck gets all straight and she looks up. And she kind of with her paws a little bit. They're hooves, they're not paws. You can speak with me?
Sometimes I have to do a little finesse and I can talk to you.
I don't have a name. We were
do
never
you,
given names.
alright, do you feel like your personality is towards a certain name?
I like
Or would you
honey
like to
a
be given
lot.
one? Huh?
I like honey a lot.
Honey? Alright, that's gonna be your name
And then
now,
she
honey.
moves her as she says, not understanding what the conversation went. She kind of moved the muzzle that's on her towards you, honey. And you see that there's like small little dried up patches of honey on there. guys can like put honey in the.
Yeah.
list.
That's so cute. I gotta go find honey now. I gotta find bees.
Yes.
As you can tell, that's what she was hinting at. Not really answering your name. She just wants honey.
But she can be honey.
If you guys wish. She just wants some honey.
While this is
Should we
happening,
prepare?
I'm finding a way to put my
God,
I want to
this
sit
is
on top of the cart, like during our travel.
Like on top of, like the very top of it.
Yeah, the very top.
Yeah, I mean that's totally doable. You would have to like get out and then climb on top.
Just while they're doing.
Yeah,
it.
that's easy to do.
I want to sit on top of the cart. Like,
If you really wanted to, you can probably. I mean, it's gonna take a couple hours, but you can like make a hole and then just pop up and get from the inside out.
Convertible.
But yeah,
Convertible.
just
I mean,
just
we
a
don't
thought.
need that. Just
Yeah,
Right now.
You're on the top of the car. That's no problem.
I'm gonna be.
like if we got time, we can make a little hatch or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, for right now, I'm just sitting up there. If we have like an hour or so to
Yeah,
kill,
you guys-
I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. It's a free game. If that's what you so wish to do.
I mean,
you want to make a hatch?
I think that we should get going, and then
Okay.
I can draw out schematics and stuff
Yeah.
on the way.
Okay. All right.
While this is happening, and she's talking to the horse because we haven't figured out a name for it yet. I'm gonna go around the horse and just kind of in soothing voice, kind of talk to it and kind of pet it and you know just commune with the horse, but without talking to it. I guess.
The horse kind of starts neighing and murmuring towards your direction too.
Aww.
And then Sonya, you see the horse just moves to you. She doesn't talk too much, does she? Towards Neff.
No, not really, but she means well.
I think her name should be Shanae.
Shanae.
Guys,
What about like
it is totally up to you.
bottom
Your name will not impede or hinder the game at all. Or have
I
consequences.
don't feel like
like
that's
that
true,
one.
Jesus. I
Pooh
feel like
Bear
you're gonna
was
just...
amazing.
Pooh Bear was sweet.
Pooh Bear,
That's really cute.
Nene.
But there's bears in the area, so maybe you just poo.
Pooh. She's
You guys
Pooh.
don't have to make a decision right now. You can think about it.
Marshmallow.
This is
Ooh,
important.
marshmallow's pretty good too.
That's really cute.
I mean, she's pretty much polka dotty.
She's white.
Yeah, white, black, that's we're more like an Oreo, but
We'll figure this out.
yeah. On your
Oreos
way
aren't around
there,
yet.
is there anything that you guys would like to do? Sonya, looking at your map, and with everyone looking over and giving your input, you can deduce that within an hour to 3, since you guys don't really know the area too well, you will reach the peak of where you need to be. And
I had a thought
Yes, yes,
before
yes, yes.
we
yeah, you guys
fully
have a couple.
embark.
Yeah, you
Ooh,
guys.
I just also dropped all
a
my
bit.
stuff. I was thinking it would be good since sorry.
Oh, I have a question in a second.
Yes, yes. What is the question?
Am I going
Oh,
or is she going?
Okay. You said last time I cut myself and I was able to see more of the map. Was it just
Yes.
that one section or was it all of it?
The whole map slightly changed.
Just
Yes.
make sure.
I was thinking since we had originally anticipated walking up hills / mountains to get to the end spot, and we were in kind of a clearing, if we could get some like large walking stick type things to aid us, you know, like clear off maybe a couple for each person, just
Sure.
also alternate maybe weapon kind of, I'm thinking like 5-6 feet, whatever we can reasonably do that wouldn't take too much time, just so we've got some sticks to help
Like
walk.
for walking
and
sticks, anyone that would like to just add one to your sheet, sure, you can find something that's sturdy enough, and with, especially with Ferris's alchemy kit, there's enough tools there, and with Artie's
we can find
assistance,
a stick.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, and I wasn't thinking, you know, something small, but something kind of substantial.
Yeah, something that you can
Since
legitimately
we're
use.
around
Yeah.
it, because
You-
I anticipate
that's
we won't
not
be
a,
soon.
Yeah, that's not an issue. You guys can
Okay.
definitely find that.
So
If
just-
anyone wants to add it to your sheet,
I
totally.
want a +1 walking stick.
Because I'm
You
assuming.
don't got it.
+1 to my speed. I want to go 31.
31.
speed.
31
Wow.
speed. Okay.
I
Since
want 2
I'm
walking
assuming
sticks.
Sonya told us what the horse was saying.
Yeah. She'll translate to you guys.
Okay.
Unless she doesn't want to. It's up to her.
Yeah, still traveling.
Thank you.
I'm just guiding the horse with us.
Okay. With
I'm gonna be looking for any beehives I can find.
Yeah, I want to look for honey too.
rolling perception, guys.
Yep.
What about honeysuckle? Would that be sweet
Fun.
enough?
I got a natural one.
That's bad.
I see
You
nothing.
think you see a lot of them, and every single time you go to inspect, it's not. It's usually a pine cone.
I got a 16.
You are fairly certain that there's not any in your area. You just don't see any.
Don't some of us have bats?
Yeah? Ferris
Bats
has a
for
bat.
bees.
Oh, bats.
Bat, the
familiar.
familiar.
I have a familiar. A
yeah.
familiar.
Not
Yes.
Ferris style.
Yeah. I mean, if you want your bat to go hunt down some bees, you can try talking to it.
Yeah.
But
I feel like that bat's
I do
gonna
have
get
a-
an encounter
I do
with
have-
these bees.
yeah, I need the bat to roll initiative
Oh,
with the
no.
bees. Alright.
1v50.
Even if they're 1 hit point apiece, that's like TK. Oh, I was gonna say that. I want to say the other ones because no.
I do have a good animal handling.
If you would like to try this on, are you guys doing this on the road or are you just like still stopping?
I'm gonna come up and be
Because
like,
it's taking a
hey,
bit
so
now.
we really don't have anywhere else to go, so we should just go to the peak of the
Okay.
map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just do it from the road.
There's a
I guess.
specific-
And it's-
Still
location.
got some rations, right? Some of the deer and things that we had with us. Or...
By this point, for
We used it in the feast.
I think I will say that you have, since I rolled a d4, 3 more days worth of food, not to be full, but just enough to keep going for the next 30 days. With combination of your rations, combination of the jerky, the deer that you guys hunted, combination of leftover food that you guys took from the party. So you guys in total will have the next 3 days worth of food covered.
Gotcha.
It's called Head Something. It's on my notes, but apparently it's not on this book, the new one that I have. Oh well.
Yeah, they got moldy.
All those.
They started giving us burritos.
I think I was gonna say, I think the
All those
biscuits
burritos,
were
man.
done too.
Oh yeah, they definitely were.
Oh,
They were magic.
Dunkishi's head. I cannot pronounce that. But yeah, in someone's. Yeah, that's not a word that I can pronounce, but it's a legitimate location. It's at the top of the hills of Scotland, the furthest peak in the Great Spits. So as you guys are heading there,
I'm standing there and I'm like, onward.
I mean, I can do the fetch with my bat.
If it ever gets to a point,
Yeah, for looking for bees, I guess. If we're gonna try to do
sure. Roll me handle animal for your bats.
Okay.
And then
can they keep up with the cart?
yeah. The cart's holding all of you guys, so the back can keep up. If the horse was at full sprint, then no. I would like for all of you, except for Nep, since she has been trying to get bees this whole time. Roll me a perception check.
12.
Do I get advantage because I'm outside?
Actually, yeah, you will. Let's say that.
18.
I said if you get higher than 50, you will, just 50. If you want to look at this, it's exactly 50, so it is not higher than 50. So, unfortunately,
Percentage or
perception. Perception.
Oh, we weren't doing
Perception,
percentile, right? You said higher than 50.
I was doing it
He
for
was doing it
Oh,
to see if all this begging for bees came true fruition. But no, they're just
No
not
bees.
in this area.
No
not
bees.
here.
Okay.
But there, you could do wildflower honey or some other kind of honey. There's honeys to be extracted.
It depends on if you all
We
know
just
that
gotta buy
information.
honey from a store.
Maybe
that
sugar
You can
cane?
buy honey from a store.
I have a tome. I know some.
I
You,
was
yeah,
just
actually, yeah,
looking
you're
for
pretty
bees.
smart, yeah. Sonya, what did you get on perception?
Not clever, just smart.
14.
14. Yeah, you definitely see this.
Oh God.
What did you get on perception?
I got a 6.
You know
Yeah.
what? You also
I was just reading,
you
not paying
yeah.
attention.
yeah. What did you?
26.
Oh,
18.
So
I see everything.
you do. You see the Matrix.
I've seen
She
most
sees
things.
triple for everyone.
As you guys are heading out
Spider eyes. Ooh.
slowly in the morning, you reach about your second hour or so, and there's definitely some dark clouds up ahead as the wind starts picking up a little bit. Slowly
No.
and surely starts drizzling. And from what your perceptions that you guys can see, including Sonya's, you can see that the clouds are definitely coming from the ocean side. It's coming from that side going inward. So there's a storm coming from the coast coming in to the mainland. And about 3 hours, and you guys should have arrived to your location, but the horse needs a lot more encouragement to continue moving. I was going to make animal handling checks, but since you can just talk to it, we're just going to say that continued. With a little bit of persuasion and a push, she continues on. About 4
Can I
hours
do
or
cure
so.
wounds on them? Actually, if you're just saying it just happened.
Yeah, it's they're not hurt or anything. It's just morale is the issue. And now the 6th hour or so, and the storm starts picking up even more. The horse is completely drenched, but she's still chugging. Are you still outside on the roof?
I hope so.
All right, you are soaked.
I'm just like loving it.
Yeah.
Like,
Every now and then you hear the thunder, the cracks
And
here.
I got ha 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 ha. As I'm like, okay.
Are we gonna find out he's part fish? I feel like this could be useful to us. He's enjoying the water a lot.
How'd you know?
My deep backstory. I was raised
That's
by
why
fish.
I was being so mysterious about it.
Don't look at my gills.
Why he loves burritos, obviously.
I'm just saying, if he actually ends up having gills, that'd be freaking awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty amazing. So close to midday, as you guys are approaching to the top of this hill, and all you see is just dark clouds, just barely hanging over the coastline. What do you guys do?
Is there any way that we can open the tent and make a kind of a shelter that the horse could be in? So it's kind of like a
It would
stable,
it's
she could
not
get
an
out of the
all-purpose.
elements?
It won't hide from the elements. If water gets in, water gets in. It's not an actual TARDIS, but it is some cover and it is slightly magical.
Okay.
But it won't be directly rained on.
Yeah, exactly. It won't be directly rained on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
and the
there's
horse
gonna
can
be
definitely
moisture.
fit in there for sure.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. We can maybe get some hay or some type of feed. I'm assuming
Sure.
we have something, and then
Do you guys need? Are you taking a break and letting the horse rest for a bit, or
I think that that's a good idea.
Yeah.
If we've reached the end, and I'd also like to do the prestidigitation to try to
On-
dry
on
off the
her?
horse
Sure,
a little
sure.
bit.
all right? So you guys, Ferris, who has the tent, right?
Ferris has the
Ferris has
He
it.
gets out the tent. You guys are inside the cart still. Obviously, out the horse gets in. She kind of sits down, and you guys start feeding her some of the hay that's in there. On your downtime, I would like to roll you to roll me another perception check, and this DC is a little bit higher.
16.
11.
Ooh,
Not
Beth,
great.
what did you get?
11.
Oh,
12.
12.
12. Not. I'm just getting bad for him.
Yeah. So, you guys don't really notice too much since the raining sideways.
It's raining sideways.
It's gonna rain.
It's far too dark than it should be, especially this time of day. But with the storm being as large as it is, I guess it's kind of making sense. You really can't see too much in front of you, other than just like the coast. But off in the far distance, Artie, you thought you saw like a house. It was pretty far away.
Like up on the coast.
It looks like it looks like it's on the edge of a cliff.
Like a lighthouse.
It just looks like a house to you from this distance and with those rolls. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it's a house. And if it was a lighthouse, there's no light coming from it.
How far away does it look? Just like
Time-wise, maybe like 30 minutes. You'll get there.
Like on
with
a regular day, on like these conditions.
On these conditions, on a regular day, you probably would have gotten there in like 10 minutes or so. But it's a slight understatement to say the winds have definitely proven themselves to have slowed you down without you guys really noticing. So it's probably going to take you about 30 minutes or so. With a very educated guess. So you're the only one that sees that. And the more you focus on it, you can't really tell. But about like 5 minutes or so, guys just resting, a of lightning hits, and you're just barely able to see. And yeah, your suspicion was true. It is a lighthouse, but no light's coming from it.
Hey guys, I think there's a better structure over there. You guys think you guys want to like try to make it over there?
I mean,
that's the thunder right there.
Do you think the horse is going to be okay to go right now?
Can we leave the horse
I
here?
mean, he's a horse, so.
She, I think. Yeah.
We can see her things. I meant
You
her
her non-thing
and her feminine accoutrement.
Wow.
She has really long lashes.
Like, could I assume that there'd be better, like,
from what you can tell, from the area that's here is pretty barren since you've left the forest, and it's just hills and rocks and then cliffs. So this is the only structure that you see that is made out of not cloth.
Not cloth.
That's awesome.
Well, we either brave the elements here, or we go over there where we have a better structure.
Either way, I don't care.
mean, I'm all for an adventure.
I'm good for whatever. I just want to make sure the horse is okay.
If we're looking for this weapon, it makes sense to me that it would be under some kind of protection and some kind of
At this
enclosure.
point, is like the horse a little more rested.
Yeah, she's comfortable. Especially with your animal handling and with Sonya speaking to it. It has easily trusted you guys. I mean, it's still a horse, but it's following command more relatively easy than you would imagine. I just met you yesterday horse.
Okay.
You guys decide to go to the lighthouse then?
Yeah. We'll pack up and go, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys do, pack up.
The
You
only
knock
we have
over
to
your
pack up
wands.
is the
Yeah, it's just a command word. Everything in the tent goes in.
Is there any way that we can leave it half open so it's like an awning over the front of the cart so it's a little bit of range?
Sure. You guys
Since we
can
have someone
attach
sitting
that.
on top of the cart, I feel like
Yeah.
we could manage the
Holding of it.
Yeah.
Artie, can you help us with that so we have like a horse or
Sure.
awning?
I'll help hold it
just-
too
okay.
somehow.
We could just levitate it over it, right?
If you want to use your spell, you can.
I mean, I can, but it's a kind of a high level.
Oh.
Too.
I can use my mage hand to hold it.
Yeah.
If you want to keep concentration on that, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just help
Okay.
hold it.
As you
from
guys are
wherever.
with magic means and with just bear strength.
Ooh.
Sorry, wolf strength.
Wolf
Apologies.
strength.
I feel like we
Right.
could strap it to the
Apologies.
lanterns or
You
something. We could figure
yeah.
something out too for more permanent.
On the move, you guys figured out exactly where to do it, and so it's just kind of a little bit of a pocket of protection for both anyone who is on top and the horse itself. But no more than one person can probably get a good. Two people can probably try to squeeze in there and get a little bit, but probably one side or the other side will get a little bit of rain on.
And are we,
I have
are we
my-
going at a decent
Yeah,
pace?
decent
or,
pace.
or
I
we
have
just,
my
like,
manta
I
ray
could
cloak
walk
on.
by it, or like
You can buy the horse
yeah,
if you want to.
or is it going faster than that would be?
No, it's going at a
Leisurely pace.
leisurely pace. In this rain, yeah, it's not galloping. It's not going fast.
All right. Well,
She
I'll
is
walk
relaxing.
next to it to
Okay.
ease some of the weight.
Okay, for sure.
I got a lot of armor and stuff
Okay.
on.
As you do, about 30 minutes or so, you guys see that it's a 4-story lighthouse right next to it with a small little building attached. And for effects.
Yay!
Dun, 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 dun.
Effects.
Should have probably moved these a little bit earlier.
I'd like to look at if there's windows or
I mean,
anything like where like maybe like we could see if somebody's in there.
You can
Yeah, can we?
We're gonna use this as our temporary little lighthouse,
Yay.
and then here is a little hills attached to it, and we put you guys over here.
Can I guess investigate the entrance before we go in?
Sure, you can roll me perception. If you want to get physically up to the door and investigate, sure you can.
Can
Should
I
roll
also?
for perception as
Yeah.
we walk up?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I
All
try
of
to
us?
open the door?
Can I
Just wanna
roll
open
an
it?
investigation
one.
to see if I'm aware of an existing structure in this area? Something because this looks older to me. I'm assuming. Either history or investigation.
So yes, let me go around the line to get
Okay.
everyone's rolls because a lot of
Sorry, you
things.
can just skip
Yeah.
over me. I rolled a 1.
That looks like a lighthouse. There's windows on the first, second, third, and fourth floor.
I'm like opening my eyes and the
You-
rain's literally just like this. Like,
Yeah.
I did perception as well.
Okay.
I
what'd you
got
get?
15.
From this distance, it just looks like a. Oh, can we get the?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. No, you're good. Probably should not have that there. From this distance, it just looks like a lighthouse. It's 4 stories. There's a small little house attached to it. Looks like a living quarter. The top dome has this large cylinder window around it. And there's windows throughout, but you can't really tell what's inside or what's not inside.
Makes sense.
You just open the
I
door?
want to open the door and yell, "Honey, I'm home."
As you see, Mia just goes in. The door is open. To the lighthouse or to the house itself?
The lighthouse.
Okay. As you go, you just yell and you hear the echo, "Honey, I'm home." And you look, there's no lights. As you're going into that area, you actually notice that the whole bottom surface is just carts and boxes. It just looks like a complete supply room.
Did I
And there's
smell
stairs
anything?
going up. You see that the stairs go into a second floor, and when you look above, you can see that it goes all the way to the top, and you see there's at the 4th floor all the way up. Since it's not crudely made, but it's just functional. It's just what you need. So there's no extra space, no extra wood to cover up holes or whatnot. It's just what you need to do your job, essentially. And when you start looking all the way up, you see that there's this metal cauldron, metal accoutrement that is dangling attached to the 4th floor. And there's a little platform that walks around on the 3rd floor to do some sort of maintenance, you can imagine, to go up to the bulb where the 4th floor is, where it's just all dome of glass where the light would shine. But no one's here.
I would like to run up there and try to get the light on, because to me, in my head, I'm thinking, like, what if a ship crashes on the cliff?
Sure. All right. That's your next motion. Bones.
I rolled for a history investigation and
Okay.
I got a 5, so I don't think I
You-
know much.
The only thing, and the reason why you probably won't know that much is because not one lighthouse is the same. Every lighthouse has what it needs for these areas, especially at this time period. There's no universal structure for it. Not every single light bulb will be the same. Not every single function will be the same. It's just what this area needs.
Okay.
So
Looks standard.
it comes to a reason that you wouldn't know about this specific lighthouse.
Okay.
Could I roll a perception as I'm trying to get,
Sure.
A
Roll
feeling?
perception.
or am I
and-
taking somebody else's?
roll perception, and then we'll just go around again. Sonya, what did you get?
I got a 15 on investigate.
Okay. Yeah, alright, cool. I'll let you know in a minute. Let's see what you
I
got.
got a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Well, you both find this enough as you start. Artie just goes in, starts bolting and running up the stairs and with not idiotically, but you're just running up stairs. So what you guys see and around
We're
first.
Outside?
I thought you guys were looking inside the.
Well, I mean, I think we kind of moved over there, but.
You guys see that the little house actually has a door, a little like walkway too, attached to the lighthouse. And inside there is literally just a bed and a couch and a fireplace. There is not much. There is a rug that was rolled up and put against the wall that was never used. You still see like the dirty string that's attached to it that was just literally never cut open and used. The bed is made. There is old firewood that's completely burnt and just ashes, and there's a small little pile next to it that looks fairly old. Going on into the actual supply room, you guys find a couple of things. Firstly, you guys see that there's 10 barrels, and 8 of them are completely empty. 2 of them have when you look at this, just oil, and it has no smell, nothing. It looks like oil. It's definitely not water. You guys find crossword puzzles and carpenter tools and just little tiny little boats that are being made just as to pass time, you imagine. You find a couple of oars, a fishing pole and some of the oars. You find some gloves. You find a cart that it's already kind of pried open. It doesn't take much effort to actually move the rest of it open. But it says U.S. bourbon, and there's 12 bottles completely untouched. And immediately next to it is a crate about the same size, and it's whiskey. And all those are completely drunk up.
Oh, they're all empty?
Yeah.
But they are jugs. Technically.
Yeah, they're jugs, yeah.
They're empty jugs. Cool.
Yeah, there's
I want to start hoarding.
there are 12 empty whiskey jugs and 12 unopened bourbon.
Okay.
If you guys,
Is there any
Ferris
water?
100. I mean, Brian would be like, I get that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any water pumps outside or anything that we see that we
No.
could fill them for
No
water?
pumps of water, no.
Okay, so I'm
and
gonna.
with continuing on,
Sorry.
there is also a crowbar, and then the last instance you guys got high numbers. You see a large wooden box that needs to be pried open where the bar is next to it, and adjacent to there was another box about the same exact mass. It's pretty freaking huge, and there's hay and paper inside of it.
Okay.
And there's another unempty that definitely needs some sort of assistance with the crowbar to open it.
Okay.
Artie, as you
So
are,
2 boxes that are unopened.
one is unopened, one is open.
Okay.
So, just to place you guys. Oh no, the stairs. I forget, the stairs are the annoying thing about this little accoutrement. So, you guys are hard.
Okay.
Except for Artie, who,
Yes.
how far are you
And
going up?
we've already come from the pathway from
I want to go up to where I
corridors,
can
right?
light the light
Okay, so as soon as you get up to
or
the,
see what's wrong with it.
the 3rd floor,
That's so beautiful.
yeah, taking off the stairs for the second one, because it won't actually attach. So as soon as you get up to the 3rd floor,
As I'm
Okay.
running up, can I call for Ferris because I might need him for the light?
yeah, he'll
join.
join you. Let's just do this so we can have the party
Yeah, that's
split.
good.
Yeah.
Just do today. As he's going up, it doesn't take him that long, 20 seconds or so to come up. And the 2nd floor, you see that has it's a very neatly made bookshelf that with different types of wood. Definitely wasn't bought, and it just has a whole bunch of books in there. So you probably just pass the time. And there is a really old, dirty chair that looks like it's sunken in, like someone just sat there for hours and hours and hours. When you go to the 3rd floor, there is a metal balcony that it's almost the entire area, the circumference of it, except for the stairs that are going up. And you can see that there's hooks and chains that are attached to this. And then inside, you see that there's a chamber in Roman perception. For to give you any more clues.
Now 1.
Okay. Can someone roll perception for Ferris?
14.
What's
What's
his
modifier?
I have it. For perception,
Yes, please.
that's 4, so that is an 18.
Oh, 18.
Is
Okay.
that his proficiency?
No.
It's just his wisdom. If he has no bonuses in it. As he kind of looks inside, and you have no idea why he's sticking his head in glass. You see, oh yeah, that's it. Bulb's broken. You need a new bulb.
Did you just cast light on that bulb?
And you see that it actually reflects, and there's a beam of light hitting everything. The whole area is just completely lit.
Perfect. Do I notice anything now that it's all lit?
You see the entire everything just bolts in. You see the light that's gonna
like going out.
Oh,
like out,
the
out.
light shines in a 360. It's not controlled.
But I mean like out on the water.
Run perception.
Can I run up to the glass room
Yeah.
and see if there's any boats coming in?
Sure. Yeah, run perception as well.
15.
15.
I got 10.
10. You don't see any boats. But you're not sure if that's just because you can't see that well. After a specific distance, the light kind of starts fading. And past on, you don't see anything. But you're very worried because at that point, there's a lot of rocks. And for you, would you get started 15?
15.
Okay. You don't see any boats, but there is an odd level of obscurity in that area that is you feel that the light spell is just not bright enough to actually illuminate as well as this should be. It is, the light is reflecting on all the lights, and in an odd way, kind of magnifying it, at least the diameter, but not the distance.
I'd be like, this is cool, but you got anything brighter?
I can use my daylight spell, but that's a really powerful one. That's like my...
Seems like that's what we need though, right?
Really, really quickly, did we hear Ryan say that you just need a new light bulb?
Yeah, because I said it pretty loudly, so yeah,
Kinda
it
weird.
does echo.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, why don't we look for one?
I'd much rather do that than use that's like a
I don't know
one-trick
about
pony.
any of that stuff. I want
Yeah.
right upstairs.
Well,
Yeah.
and can I? It's because we all heard you said.
Yeah.
I want to yell. Can we just get a new filament?
Sure. That's
So
all I
let's
said.
be quick about it. People can die.
I wanna still continue to grab all of the things since no one
With,
seems to be here. I'm trying to load up all
Okay.
the cool supplies that we.
Roll me another perception, you guys that are up there.
But I don't see any filaments. Do I?
There's a cup. Are you guys gonna open the crates, or are you just gonna leave those?
I would like to. Yes.
Okay,
I can help.
We got
assist.
7.
7.
27.
Okay, that's a good number.
Yeah, I want to help
I
with the opening right
Yeah.
Okay. Easy
we
enough with a couple people. Just
Okay.
you guys. If it was gonna be one person, yeah. But since 3 people are doing it, especially with enough there.
Look
I didn't
what she
do
did.
that.
This is how you.
I
open
didn't
a
do
crate.
that.
No, it's
Broke
how you open
something.
the crate.
Oh, that's what I did. Yes.
Yeah. Oh gosh, no, my dice roll.
No, not the wood.
Yeah, not my wood.
Your poor wood.
Excuse me. Where is it? Oh, it's back here because I wrote this a while ago. You see as you pry open the only crate that's not actually open, you see in letters written above in a kind of nice wrap in paper. It would say, as you're moving all the hay and paper around, English 1000 halogen lamp.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So there was hay there?
While
Yeah, actually, because
While
back
this-
in these days, hay
That
would
was
be the
packing materials.
as
Yeah.
soon as I help with that, my next official thing to do is to take one of the barrels, put it outside to collect rainwater,
smart.
and to get the horse and put her inside if we can.
By the hay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey, specific odd question
Yeah.
about chemicals that I might not know the answer to. How long does it take for oil to dry?
For oil,
Yeah.
Well, it generally depending on what it is, it does not.
That's what I. Yeah.
It will congeal.
Okay, cool. That's where we're gonna have some congealed water mixed with oil.
Okay, so
It'll float to the top.
do I?
But
It'll float to the top and you can scoop it out.
Yep. I mean, we can. It's still gonna be good.
actually, yeah, if you're gonna just let it outside.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that. You start seeing.
If I
yeah.
start seeing it, then I'm just gonna.
Yeah. With a
immediately-
couple
yeah.
micromanagement on that, you can eventually remove enough of the oil out to have what would be considered okay drinking
water.
It's
It's
I
not gonna
wouldn't
kill
drink
us.
it, but a life or death situation, I would
Yeah.
definitely drink some of that water.
And I'm gonna make sure the horses.
Sure.
Inside.
All right. Mark that down somewhere. Not in carrying inventory, but
Yeah.
somewhere that you have that.
Yep.
What are you guys doing? Right
Oily water.
now? Oily water.
You said we were gonna see something.
Oh yes. You got a 27, right?
Yeah.
As you're looking around and you notice and you started giving up on trying to see further out ahead, and with the discussion that you're having, like we just need a brighter light. There's no reason to. You actually start gazing your eyes downward underneath, and try not to hit the microphone. You see that there are two completely shattered rowing boats, and then two that are attached that are kind of just like hitting the rocks nearby. They're getting hit and bombarded as each wave keeps hitting in, but they're okay for now.
Is there anybody on those? Or is it
No,
empty?
it's just they're docked, but it's just the tide coming in keeps rising the crafts, and then as they keep hitting against whatever they were. You don't even see a walking path to them, and you think maybe just the water is rising too much for that. But these boats are, two of them are destroyed, and the other two that are fine are taking a slight beating at the moment. So what do you do with that information?
Okay, so I want to tell Artie and Ferris, basically that, like, ships are already wrecking there, so we should probably do the daylight spell to get some light quickly out there.
Well, we have the bulb, right?
have the
Well,
bulb
you
down?
have a bulb downstairs, yeah. What do you guys do with it?
Someone bring it up.
Okay.
I can use my mage hand to unscrew the other one and like
Sure.
replace it.
As you actually,
Keep the oils off the bulb. That's
Can I?
smart.
it's I think too heavy for a mage hand.
It's pretty heavy, I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah, because I think the mage hand's a 5-pound limit, so yeah, it's definitely heavier than that.
So maybe someone should levitate Neff since she's strong.
Okay. There is a path that you actually have to, like, where Ferris is going, and you climb up into it, and then you can attach it.
I'll meet them like halfway down.
Okay.
And I'll just take it and bring it up to her.
So you grabbing
Yeah.
the bolt?
Mhm.
You're just grabbing it up, picking it up,
Yeah.
and taking it.
Helping bring.
All right. She hands you a bolt.
And
Grab it.
I give it to Ferris, who seemed like he knew what he was doing.
If
If he doesn't, I will just do it.
because of Ferris's background, make him roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Be a good one. Natural 20.
He looks at it.
That
That's
background.
useless now.
What?
And he does this. Oils. It's useless. It's gonna blow up.
We'll just wipe it back off. It won't be a hot spot anymore. Says me, who's looking at my
Yeah.
book going, I think this is
I
right.
think that's how that
don't
works.
know."
He's like, I've never done this. I am freaked out. That's a big explosion.
Daylight.
I don't want to use a spell. So whoever is going to do this, roll me a dex check. So you try to
I
get
don't
as
wanna
much,
do it.
because it's a pretty big bowl.
Yeah.
So
You got good
At
checks.
this point, in
But
my
there was
run,
some paper, which we know
One
would be better than
Yeah.
a rag that would get
yeah,
more
there
off.
is paper
At this
downstairs. As you
point,
guys start grabbing
am
that.
I done with
I
what I
got
was doing, or
23.
no? Not really.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, if this is gonna shut up the nerds and save some lives, I'll start doing this. And then, as what's messing downstairs, put some gloves as well. Let's put on the gloves for now.
Ah, yeah. Gloves.
Put up the bulb,
I'll take them
and
out.
then you actually see that there's a large. Right, you have to move down, and as Ferris does, the light's even more intense. And as soon as the crank gets hit, you see that it actually starts moving on, almost like a clock-ish dial, and you see that it actually starts working. You guys being in the 3rd floor, it is literally blinding if you do not cover your eyes.
I put my sunglasses on.
It's still pretty bad. But you guys make your way downstairs, and this being there, the whole tower lights up and is bright.
It's super bright.
And as not super bright, but it's brighter than most bulbs you've ever been under.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a massive thing.
Like whenever it went on, did I see anything like out?
Yeah, roll me perception again.
Anything?
No,
'Cause it's so bright.
You can't, like, it's not blinding you or anything. But just roll me to see what you do see.
20.
20. That's pretty good.
Pretty.
So now that you have the full, and he still has concentration on the light spell, so it is
More bright.
I
there's
thought he didn't need that anymore.
he hasn't taken it off, and because I didn't say he did or no one else did, it's still on there.
He
You know,
takes
why
it off.
not? You see that there is a specific area where the light hits, and you can almost see like it dims, and then it gets brighter again, and it keeps happening, and it dims.
Like a
Right.
shadow?
Can
Yeah.
I cast Divine Sense?
Dim. Huh?
Can I do Divine Sense?
Sure. As you sense nothing here. You walk all around the tower. You walk into the house. If you want to, you can probably walk outside. Start walking a good parameter around. No, nothing. But you.
But nobody's in that house either?
No, it's empty.
Is that shadow in the direction that we're gonna be headed? Like,
Yeah. Well, the end of Sonya's map is here.
so we have arrived?
And the only thing that you see is just little islands all around. But there's not a specific location or pinpoint.
Like on the map,
Mhm.
it shows like a big.
It shows.
mountain.
It shows.
And that's past where we are now.
It show. The mountain area is where you are, but with when you spelled blood onto it, it illuminated that was part of the map, and it showed now water, including islands around. So it looks to you like the first clue was to reach the edge here, the peak, the highest peak where the mountain is, and then once you reached it and blood was spilled onto the map, it showed islands.
So it illuminated the next.
Yeah.
I see.
And Sonya showed us the.
Yeah, you guys can see the map. I tried looking in your box and I could not find the map. I don't know where it is. I don't know if you did.
I have it personally.
Okay, then all right. As long as someone has it, I would show you it, but I don't have it, and I deleted the file on my computer. So.
Alright, but I mean, what time of day is it right now?
You feel like it should be sun setting, but it looks like it's just night. The storm is still pretty heavy, and there is that odd bloom where it faces a specific location, and then the beam has a shorter cutoff point than it should, just to stop reaching that area.
How far away does it seem like that is? And that's out in the ocean?
That's out in the ocean, yeah. Roman survival. That's a.
I wanted to double check. At this point, I would have been done with all my stuff.
It's far. I'm sorry?
I would have been done with all the stuff
Oh,
that
yeah,
I was doing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I would have gone up to where they are and just said, "Okay, what's going on, guys?"
Coloring.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some dimness over in that
Dimness.
area.
Do we hear down at the bottom or no? They're talking quiet.
We can assume that you guys are in a specific location where everyone can just communicate with each
Yeah.
other.
Let's
Like
just echo
yelling
in
up
here.
and
I'm
down.
not trying to hide the
Yeah,
business.
no,
Do
you
we
guys
see anything on the walls or anything strange
on
now
the
that,
walls.
Now that the area is
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
lit,
It's you see that it's
evidence of someone having been there.
yeah. There's evidence of someone living here, being very used. There's no inquiries on someone like. There's no food left over. No, nothing like that. There's very little life given to this room. Any of the rooms, there's no decorations, no pictures, no nothing. Just generic.
Was there
Just
anything
things.
on the papers that we saw that we were using to clean the bowl?
No, it's packing newspapers and stuff.
And it's still storm's not gonna let up anytime soon.
It doesn't
from what
look.
it looks like.
Yeah, it does not look like it's gonna let up soon.
Is
You said there were some boats, right? But
Yeah, I was
they were
about to
damaged?
say, is there
There's-
any sort of path?
There is 4. You can reach to the boats.
Two not damaged.
There's 2 of them are completely destroyed, and 2 of them they're getting dinged up right now.
Okay.
Alright,
I'm gonna go out.
Yeah. With her help.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. With
Pull
her
them
help,
where
then
they're
yeah.
not getting damaged
Yeah.
anymore.
By the way, I
you
have
put-
my
But I'd
cloak
like
up.
to leave.
Sure, you have your little man's right cloak.
I want to leave one of them in there.
In the water?
I want to get in it.
Okay.
You want
So
to
you
get in the
pull-
boat right now?
As you pull up
Can I
one
do
of the
something real quick?
yeah, as you pull up one of the boats onto shore, let's say, just for the simplicity of having something on the map. You,
That's
I
cool.
Yeah.
thought it was a door at first.
I mean,
Like
it could
a
be.
fallen door.
Kind of
Oh
looks
my
like a door.
God.
So
You
yeah.
can fit 2
Sonya.
people on that door, I'm just saying.
You can fit. Yeah. Sonya, what do you do?
All right, Leo.
Out of curiosity, can I stab myself with a dagger and maybe add more blood to the map to see if like more unveils itself?
Sure. Right. As
Okay.
you do 1 point of
I did that when I
8
wasn't
peak,
there, 'cause I
you
was-
cut yourself. You guys start seeing that as you drip a couple of droplets of blood onto the map. Nothing really happens.
Alright. Okay, then let me cast. I don't think I ever have. Let me cast Identify on it. Just
Okay.
double check.
And before we get to what were you doing? Sorry.
I just want to say, like, get in the boat and just see how it is, if it's leaking, if it's like...
Oh, well, you get it on the on land
Just
or
ins-
on the one that's in the water.
The one that's in the water.
There's no leaks on it. It has a lot of cosmetic damage all around it, but nothing severe.
I'm gonna
But,
start
you
pulling
feel-
that one.
You feel roll me strength. Roll me strength check.
Okay.
You feel that it could probably get. You get a,
How
I got a
sturdy.
19.
Yeah,
Natural 19.
So yeah, what, like
Plus-
23?
Yeah.
As
How
22?
sturdy.
It's
It
actually
feels
gonna
sturdy.
be a
It feels like it's
5.
buoyant as you're on
So,
it
yeah,
and
24.
Neff is moving it. It feels fine. These 2 have a shit ton of cosmetic damage around it, but nothing structurally. Like the other ones,
Okay.
they are not going to be floating when the water stands still.
How many people can each boat hold?
When you look at it, about 3 comfortably, 4 scrunch up, 5 if you're really pushing it.
Could Ferris fix one for the horse?
So we've been really stretching the mending. Mending's supposed to be like I can mend this
splitter.
object. It's not enough for a boat. No.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
So, since I have, I'm assuming Sonya is down there with me, and I know.
Yeah. Sonya will be inside. She's currently about to cast a spell onto
Okay, she's
the map.
focusing on that.
Mhm.
So I want to get Jericho and Ferris with me to go get the rug from the residence
Okay.
and bring it
No.
into the. Hopefully,
You guys are
it doesn't kill us.
traumatized. Roll me initiative. No. So you
I
bring
didn't
the
say
rug.
open it yet, but we want to bring the rug in
Mhm.
and then make kind of like what I would assume, since it's getting to be late at night, maybe like a sleeping pallet area, and maybe look at some of the crossword puzzles and kind of see what's going on there. It's kind of interesting. We haven't had anything like that in a while.
Yeah. It's
She wants
it's
to have
odd.
some good, wholesome
This is
fun.
this is a bed B&B for you guys. An Airbnb, sorry.
I just want to try to
Yeah.
take the guys, if they're not actively doing stuff, and try to help me kind of make it.
I mean, there's a couple pages not finished in the crossword puzzles.
Okay.
There's a couple here and there, and it's a couple of words that were too hard for the person, and it just has an X on it or circles on it where it's like that wasn't finished. Go back.
We
But
can go in and correct all the
yeah.
mistakes.
Before I get to something, were you about to? Since it looks like you're about to roll something.
Oh no, I'm just practicing a roll.
Okay. So before we go on break, a minute or 2 earlier than usual, you actually do see something about when you're about to get out your wand and cast Identify. You see that the page turns and you see an island in the background, a very specific one against the notes.
Cool.
You see the island has a very specific narrow path in reaching onto a taller hill. So, with that, we will take our break.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be back in 10:15. So, we'll see you guys then. Now you guys know what island you need to find.
Yay.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you guys.
Hail, traveler. Do you seek the legend of the 5 sacred dragon masks and the horrors they wrought upon this world? Then join us Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time. And glory be to Tiamat.
You're a wizard.
I'm a what?
You're not. We're the wizards. Watch us, Hogwarts Prep D&D, every Wednesday night at 6:30 on Divine and Conquer Switch channel. Expecto Patronum.
Recently, on the Sacred World campaign, the players found a book, an angelic tome from the angel called Avicent. What is inside that book? Well, you're just gonna have to find out. Friday night at 8:30 at the Divine and Conquer Twitch channel.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Justin. I'm going to be the DM tonight. We're doing a special Extra Life stream for the charity. Apparently, we already hit our $100 goal.
Yeah, we are at 117 at the moment.
So that's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But keep giving. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
But tonight we're going to be doing a one-shot that I made. It's my first time DMing, so if I'm bad on the rules, just ignore it. And it'll be a mix of Abyssal and Celestial. It'll be like a dual tone type thing with both of the languages on there. And he says, rise, let the power that I gave you flow through you. Just a few more and it'll be fine.
Well, Himmel's Inferno, so I don't understand what the fuck he said. I'm gonna hit him really hard though.
Alright, well, it's not your turn yet.
With my dark vision, can I see anything else?
It's just a big empty room full of this stuff. You do see from the portal there is blood starting to flow out like a pool of it.
Alright, my intention is to use my moonbeam, which it has at a level 2, and it's a 120-foot range. This is a silvery beam of pale light that shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within the range of 120 feet. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. Creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there and is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. Shape changers make its saving throw with a disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to the original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves
That's
the
a big
spell slot.
hint towards y'all's campaign.
So who are you doing that to?
Well, my intention, I guess, is the first opponent that's within the 120.
This is good.
Okay.
Her, sir.
So, am I within range?
You're within range of everyone
Yeah,
in the
I
field.
mean, like it's 120 feet. So I mean, I think everybody.
Yeah.
Whoever you want to target, you can.
Sorry,
8,
must
9,
faster than
10,
me.
11, 12.
It's exciting.
Actually, no. It cuts off right here.
Ooh,
So only her?
perfectly. It's almost like I made this map, but I didn't.
Wow. You're the best DM ever.
Alright, so I'm rolling 2 hit.
Well, they need to roll Constitution saving throw. If they fail, they take full. If they pass, they take half.
Oh yeah, I guess I just do it, huh?
What's the DC?
My spell DC is 13.
So con save 13.
All right, 15 was the base roll.
So I'll roll 2d10s and they take half.
Okay. 10s are?
And it's a radiant damage if that means anything.
These ones.
Yep.
I'm super enjoying this.
Okay, I got a 12.
So 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. The moonbeam comes down and lights it on fire, and it just explodes. Pretty much, it dies. It doesn't explode. It collapses.
Is she a shape changer though? Because she had changed her form once,
She
right?
did disguise self.
Okay.
But she just collapses in the middle of the floor on there, and she is gone. She only had 3 HP.
Damn!
She
You can move
she
the moonbeam.
did.
Concentrate on it, I believe.
Huh?
I think to move the moonbeam. Not now. On your turn.
Yeah,
If you don't want to waste the spell.
Right.
But it's on your turn.
Okay. So I'm next, I guess.
Yeah.
But I would like to use
I
a
believe.
bonus action
Mm-hmm.
to cast a minor illusion of a cross as far forward as I can, which is I think only 30 feet.
Hey, what, sir?
A cross.
Across?
I'm just being shitty.
Oh.
Yeah. As a reaction to that, the polearm guy will be like, "We're not afraid of the gods. When are they going to show up?"
Right the fuck now. Actually, no, fuck them.
that
All
was
right.
my war cry.
Can you not?
All right, and with that on there, polearm guy will walk forward on here.
He's the one that said, like, you're not afraid of the gods?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
He walks forward to there, and he. Well, I guess he'll walk. He was here, so. Yeah, right there. Which is basically right where I put him. And then he'll just stand ready with his halberd pointed out. And that is his turn.
Okay.
Alright, man.
Okay.
This
This.
what you got?
Alright, I'm gonna move my speed so it's 30 feet.
What's his display?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6. And I'm going to be talking because I can't fucking move. I'm just using this to get closer. An additional 30 feet, my dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I burp, I'll apologize now and then see. It's coming. It's, I can feel the pressure here. Oh God.
You feel that pressure.
It's gonna.
Under pressure.
Pushing down. So
Down on
you guys carried the two boats off onto the land, so they're safe at the moment. Look through what you need. Have the light on. You were gonna roll for something, or no?
No, I had a question. You
Yeah.
said that we knew what island we had to go to. How far is the island that we have to go to?
It doesn't have specific distance. It just has a little
shape.
location guiding to that area,
Okay.
but not any distance or mileage or anything.
And it's too dark to really see.
It,
have the light.
further, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, fish girl.
Yeah,
You want to go like swim and see what's going on out in the water?
I
You can
can.
breathe underwater, right?
Yeah, I can. You want me
Yeah.
to?
I mean,
I
you
mean-
might as well, since we can't see over in that area. You can investigate. Don't go too far, but
No promises.
All right.
I mean, you can go real fast and you can breathe.
I can.
What is your speed?
With the cloak, it I
60
think
feet.
is 60 feet.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So you can outrun a shark if we need to.
Yeah. Sure.
Or
You think
Yeah,
that's a
60
joke?
pull
feet.
it through it.
I think that's a joke. I'm not joking.
I don't think you
How much
are.
force is behind 120 feet?
I can always pull out my hammer and
I don't know,
smash
that's
this
100%.
face. I don't want to though.
Ooh. Okay. So, what do you?
Well, I had the hood down actually because I was getting wet
Yes,
and I
yes,
didn't
yeah.
want to get wet. So, gonna just go into water and dive it.
You dive in. You kind of propel forward. And just a little jerkiness at the beginning, getting used to the 60 feet per second. Is way faster than you can actually run. And you're moving throughout. It's fairly dark, but you can see ish enough. Roll me perception. And also, how far are you gonna go in?
He didn't really say how far, but I was kind of planning to just kind of go maybe 50 feet away. Just kind of get
Just 50 feet. Okay.
yeah, just kind of get a little bit of the layout and try to see what I can see.
Okay.
So, you said perception? That's 5. I don't see the shark
Nothing.
coming.
You see some rocks here and there.
I don't see the shark coming. He'll bite me.
You don't see
She hears
any
that.
of the marina. You don't see any fish. Nothing.
Stop it with this Jaws music. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna look down because at this point I'm not too far in the deep water, right?
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not
very far.
super deep water,
50
but I
feet?
am.
No.
I'm just
Travel
kind
like
of
5
looking
seconds.
down to make sure I'm not seeing anything. What?
Traveled like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a lot scarier when you're under the water. So,
Dude.
but yeah, you travel 50 feet, you see nothing. Nothing alarming for sure.
I'm gonna pop my head up above the water.
Keep going.
Just get away.
How far?
Or, I mean, I'd go until you see something.
Okay, that helps. I'm gonna keep going.
All right. Only the perception.
Yeah, I'm gonna do different dice. Don't fuck me. Kind of fuck me a little. I think that's a 9. Yeah, that's a 9 total. It's better than 5.
9. Okay.
Still
are you
no
just gonna
strength.
go until you see something, or are you just gonna...
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Relatively straight, I guess.
A minute. 2, 5,
Is that her or the shark?
10.
Goddamn!
You don't know.
It's
so
coming
scary.
after me!
About 10 minutes or so pass by. You don't see anything.
Nothing.
So, what are you guys doing? As you're waiting there, essentially. 10 minutes. Unless
I
someone
hope
else.
he's
I'm
waiting.
gonna sit in that like worn-in chair and just kind of
Okay.
look out.
Just look at the outside.
Yeah, just look out, see if I see any stuff out on the water.
For a perception.
I'm gonna go in the house and test the bed like little Goldilocks.
It's oddly soft.
This is too soft.
I'm
What'd you
in
get?
24.
You see, eventually see like the trails that she's leading. She's swimming pretty fast, but nothing dangerous.
Are you sure it's me? God damn it.
With 24, I hope I can tell if it's
Yeah.
you.
I'd like to check the cabinets for any honey, like a jar of honey.
You know what? 76% chance that there'll be something. You see some honey lollipops. You can melt into the tea, and some tea bags there too.
Melted in that horse's mouth.
Yep, there you go. You finally had some.
Speaking of tea, we are British, are we not?
No, everyone
I
here
think-
except for maybe one person is from America.
America.
Well, I am.
We're transfer
so
I
students.
don't think I'm from America.
I was
I
gonna
don't know.
say
You haven't told me.
I
No.
Two
like
people.
tea.
Are not British.
I like tea.
You like tea? Sure.
Yeah.
Is there tea?
Yeah.
Everyone now to get a cup of tea.
I'm gonna drink some of that wine.
I wish
You got
I could
some?
tell people to make me some tea when I get back, but never mind. No, as soon as he freaking said he was gonna sit in that chair, I just got a vision of like, I'm an old man, you get off my lawn, get out of my seat.
Get out of my seat.
Get out of my
You
seat.
feel the ghost of your past swimming in your eyes.
So
Is
I'm
there-
gonna take a handful of the lollipops and
Okay.
go take one to the horse.
She gladly eats it.
And I'm gonna drop one into one of the bourbon bottles and take some sips.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yum.
You can add a bourbon bottle to your inventory if you'd like. Anyone that
Yes.
wants to.
Yes.
There were a few,
Honey
right? We
bourbon.
put some in our
There's
bag
12,
folding.
12 unopened bottles.
Yeah, I
because
wanted to get
bourbon.
a couple.
I want to get some
The whiskey
empty,
crate had no
Nope.
nothing.
I wanted to
in it.
get
All
some
the whiskey's
empty
gone.
whiskey bottles,
No
but I'll get
bottles.
that when I get
The
back.
bottles are there, but the liquid's gone.
I'm just
bottles
saying
are
when I get
small.
back, I'm going to take 2 bourbons and then like 3 empty whiskey bottles.
Sure, right into your
So
Yeah.
I'm just
Um,
letting you know now because I
Yeah,
probably
the only
will
thing
forget.
that you actually
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you won't see anything. You see a lot of kale, a lot of kale. Sorry, a lot
Kale.
of seaweed.
I was about to say, is kale underwater?
Kale.
But a lot of rocks. No real, nothing living at all that you see. Now you're almost like 20 minutes in just swimming. You feel pretty far out. As you put up your head, if there was not for that the lighthouse, you would not know where you're going. You would not see a way back, as everything around you just pitch black.
Oh.
I'd like to go down to the boat
Mhm.
and start fastening ropes to the front of it.
Okay.
You're gonna make me drag you out there. God damn it! I'm gonna be his dolphin.
Sony, what are you doing?
You said there was a bookshelf. Can I just like look at the books on the shelf?
Sure. It's a lot of romantic novels and a mystery book.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanna find one of those romantic novels.
A romantic mystery novel.
Read it to the horse.
Yeah.
With like Fabio on the cover.
Yeah, you see a man with his chest exposed, and it says "searching for mermaid,"
Ooh.
and then like he has a magnifying glass.
Is there a kilt guy? I want the kilt.
Yeah,
guy.
there's one with a kilt, the dude with a kilt, and
Is
it
it
says
glowing suggestively?
"cheapest romance."
Love it.
Please tell me the kilt is
And all the
glowing
guys are rolling
Oh,
their
yeah,
eyes and
yeah.
running away
Okay.
from us. The girl's like, yay! romance.
Yeah, there's romance novels there.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna start heading back in.
Crossword puzzles, a rug,
can I
romance novels. This is fun.
We haven't really looked back towards
really
like
wish
where
I
we
could
came from or
actually
anything.
come back in
Instead
and
of looking
join
out at the
some
water, I want to look out the other side.
We'll just,
you see the storm's continuing going, and it doesn't look like it's stopping. You notice when storms travel. This looks like it's just spreading. And it looks a little odd to you.
I want to start reading my gypsy tome also and see if I can find some information. It's not in another language, right?
No.
Because there was a Romanian, a German, and a Spanish
Yeah.
type.
It's legitimately almost like a diary.
Oh.
They kind of boasted it as like a history book, but a lot of it just looks like transcript and stories passed down and just oddly making prints with just this. There's grammatical errors and odd mistranslations, but somehow these stories made it to print, and you don't feel like this is something that was published. It's just a favor, or someone just had a printer and could bind the book. But it's a lot of personal stories here and there.
So entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining for sure. Yeah, it's something to pass the time.
Okay.
So you're planning on just going into it with her hauling you?
I'm just setting up boats.
Oh, okay. Because that's the vibe that I was getting. Like, okay.
I mean, it will move faster like that rather than just using oars and pushing herself, right?
The thing is, she needs to pull you.
Well, I mean oars as well.
Oh, I would aid.
It would help.
For sure. But she's gonna get tired because you have been swimming for
I'm not saying
20
right
minutes
now.
or so, and then you now swim 20 minutes
back
against the water.
And she didn't see anything at all.
Nothing. Other than
I'm
just
blind.
natural
It's
water,
dark out too.
and then plant life pretty close to the top of the water.
I didn't see the shark come after me.
She comes back to you. There's no shark. Maybe an hour plus has passed by, and you're pretty tired.
Dude, can we just like call it a night for now and like try this in the morning?
So it was like 7:30 or something.
Yeah, close. It looks like maybe super dead at night, but it's not terribly late, to be honest.
Alright.
It's just really dark. Other than reading books and passing time, slight drinking and making some tea, is there anything that you guys would like to do for the rest of the night?
Well, we're gonna haul back the boat, but
Yeah.
Both boats are already on land, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on land and they're
okay.
prepared.
I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to do some investigating on like the other floors of the lighthouse because I didn't see any of that stuff.
I mean, you go around. It's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Alright.
Any
Addition
more
is learned.
unopened
I
stuff?
go to sleep
Okay. Immediately.
in the chair.
It's a really comfortable chair. Like once you get used to the slight smell of tobacco, it's pretty comfy.
Was there anything in the
I'm
cart?
gonna-
In the cart that we got, was there anything in it?
No, it's
Besides
actually
this
empty.
some
They took all their stuff and moved it to their other caravans. I'm sorry, Steph?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like fall asleep reading my book and just like go in and out and just like, okay.
Susie would keep, oh yeah, and he was, oh, the luscious hair. And anyone else want to do anything?
I'm gonna just double check on our awesome horse and make sure she's all comfortable.
She's
and,
fine. She will find sleep eventually.
I make sure she gets all of the hay that we pulled out of the crates and stuff like that.
She's eating some of the newspaper too. She shouldn't be, but she's doing it.
I know I already said I went to sleep, but I have a suggestion.
As you wake up, like, I got an idea.
Yeah. Put some stuff in front of the door, so if someone tries to get in, it'll make noise.
Some of the crates,
yeah,
maybe?
there's crates, there's a cow, there's a bed, there's bookshelves.
Like, we can put
There
like
better be
empty
a cow in the
bottles maybe
ceiling.
like around it, and if it becomes a real shatter or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a
You guys
lock
put,
There's not a cow in the
from the
ceiling.
inside, yeah, you can easily lock it.
I could just lock it.
But if someone picks the lock and opens the door.
I mean, you do both. It's fine.
Can we
It's
set up
smart.
a kind of a watch? I mean, obviously we're inside, maybe protected, but just have people
I'm not
stagger.
watching.
I really wish I had this is just saying this.
Hey, you should
I put the
shake
bottle on there.
That's my watch.
Empty bottles so they crash. That's
Yeah, does
perfect.
anyone want to do watch?
Now my
You guys
watch
can.
streak
Try.
one.
Yeah. I'll take first watch if you guys want.
You
Just
just
to make
take
sure.
I'm
Aren't
already
you
You can do 2 watches
I'm
or 3
pretty
watches,
tired.
up to y'all.
Let's do 3 so we have
I'm
a lot of
already
sleepy
sleepy.
time.
Split it up.
Why don't we make
ropes to
Jericho
avoid
and
those
Ferris?
hard-
Yeah,
Take
Jericho will
watch.
take the next watch and Ferris will take the third.
Cool.
Alright, so,
Nailed it.
we're in perception.
Yep.
On your
Because
watch.
I've been rolling real good on that tonight.
Well, but, I mean, they both are very akin to either looking at the dark
Better,
or looking
finally.
at the lights. What do you think, guys, to watch?
16. That's better than I've been rolling.
You see a shark walk on land.
You see
God damn it.
nothing. It's very eerie. Every now and then the thunder hits and like kind of startles you. You see 1 or 2 of your friends wake up here and there. The horse definitely like
It's not a happy horse.
it's not happy, but eventually does find sleep, and then you hear the neigh and kind of echoes it out. But it's fine. Eventually the next watch happens. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Okay.
As soon as morning hits, you find out that Ferris, whoever wakes up first, he was already asleep. 'Cause he just slept through his watch. The rain is died down almost. You don't see the dark clouds, but you still see the pouring here and there. The thunder has definitely gone far, far off into
Okay.
the distance, but it's still raining slightly.
Okay.
It's just like the aftermath of it.
It's not as bad
It's
as it was.
definitely not as bad as before.
Okay.
You can still have the visibility. The even though it's not really useful at the moment, but the light's still going because it has not been turned off.
I'm gonna go up and turn it off. Do the crank thing.
Why?
Cause we don't need to have it on right now. It's daylight.
Oh, it's daylight?
Next morning.
Morning?
Yeah, morning is hitting.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I'm also gonna go check on the horse, give her another lollipop since I found them last night.
Okay.
uh, that she showed me where they were. Obviously, Mia did, but
So you,
But I gave her
you
another
have
one.
2 days worth of rations left
Bourbon.
since you did spend the day. Bourbon-ish honey lollipops. So, with the rain
you
soonish
gotta drop
leaving,
the horse.
we have rafts that can fit 3 of you comfortably, 4 of you if you wanted to push it a little bit. We have a fresh horse, a cart, and a destination. What do you guys do?
Go to the destination.
Okay.
Final destination.
Guys go to the final destination?
Son of-
No!
So,
Okay.
how do you do this?
I'm gonna put my cloak up. I'm
Mhm.
gonna get into water, and I'm gonna
Okay.
be like, "All right, who's getting hitched to me?"
She's our seahorse.
And there's enough oars for everybody.
There's enough room for 3 people per boat, 4 if you want to push it.
And
But
we
I mean,
have
there's enough oars for
Oh,
everybody.
yes, yeah. Oars, yes.
Alright, I have the
Rowing
oars,
devices.
and then next to me, I also want to have my javelins out.
Okay.
Can we also bring some of the walking sticks just
Yeah,
so
of
we
course.
have
You
them?
get, you have all your equipment with you. That's
You don't want to be
Not the
excessively
cart,
heavy
but,
though, right?
yeah. Hmm?
Did we tie the horse up in the
You can.
stable area
I'm
and
waiting for you
make
guys
sure
to see
she
what you
has
guys gonna do with the horse.
Put them in the
food?
house.
That was my intention, to leave her in cover, but make sure
I
she
was
has
kind of
food and
leaving her
water.
in the
Like,
lighthouse.
we leave the
but-
radio on for it.
Well, I mean, she's got the rug, so she can lay down.
Yes. Love it.
They need people noise.
Hey, Sonya, can you talk to the horse and let her know to just stay here and wait for us? We'll be right back.
And you. One's in one of these.
Yeah.
Can the horse just understand us as like, humans or no?
No. It can. If Sonya casts speak with animal, it can understand Sonya and basic communications. Basic communication. It does not understand complex thought or theories. So who's going where? If you guys are gonna.
I'll be on the one on the closest to me. No, closest to me.
Wait, is it not gonna be in the water though?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's pulling.
I'm pulling.
Are you pulling both or just one?
I can try to pull both, but I'm gonna need assistance with the oars and stuff.
Yeah, well, everybody should be like
Okay.
pulling their weight.
Alright, I will do my best to pull both of you.
So we're strapping you up into 2 teams. Huh?
I got all my rope on
Does
me.
that
I'm
mean
going,
everybody
"Ah!"
can fit now?
I mean,
3
yeah.
and 3?
She's
Who's
strong.
going?
I'm a strong girl.
Who is going to which boat? Look, there's the lighthouse.
And I do want to make sure that I have like all my javelins just
Mhm,
there
yeah.
in case something
Just ready.
comes up.
I
I
think
should throw them
Ferris-
at the shark.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Ferris, Sonya, and
Jericho.
Jericho. Yeah, should be in one
We'll be in
boat.
one boat.
Ferris, Sonya, Jericho.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
is Borlong with us?
Nope.
No, right?
Mm-mm, he stayed with
No,
you.
he's
That's
gone.
right. Okay.
He's being safe though. He
And then
said he
there are
was gonna
two.
be
So
safe.
this is our essentially our
Our party.
party. Okay. All right. So if you guys are heading out,
Yep.
I would like for you guys all to roll me.
Initiative.
No!
First, roll me strength checks to see how fast we're gonna do this.
Can I bring in my athletics for rowing?
Yeah, you can do athletics if you would like. That's totally cool. Oh my god,
Alright.
18 and 19 for
28.
Nice.
I got a natural 20 and I have a +8 in the athletics.
These whippersnappers need to keep up. You're like
Like
there's a motion. If we do it in rhythm, we can keep
I'm
going.
doing it on
18.
one side and we're like starting to just go in circles. No.
A
I
little
don't
bit.
do that.
So I
I'm
got
doing both sides on
13, so I start mocking him saying that because I
Okay.
can't keep up.
Okay, 13.
Well,
all
see,
right.
on my
okay.
boat, I'm in the back,
You're
so
five.
I'm like propelling it all.
Not strong.
What'd you get?
18.
Okay. All right. Together a combined effort. Sonya, what did you get?
15.
So I wanted to hit a basic mark of 40, and we're way above that.
Awesome.
So as you guys are pulling for the next hour or so, Sonya every now and then gets the map and looks to make sure that you guys are going in the right direction. You are avoiding large stones. You're avoiding
Sharks.
sharks for sure. You do see a couple of the storm has completely passed. Schools of fish swim by. Eventually, kind of just like wait it out as the boats kind of go a little bit forward, the motion, and naturally go further.
Can I?
So-
Because I packed up the fishing rod when we were going through everything, right?
Sure.
I put all the stuff in my bag of holding. Can I have a line out, just kind of
Just there?
going, just to see if we catch anything as we're going along?
Sure. Right. Yeah.
Tagline in the back.
Percentiles. Roll me percentiles.
Okay,
Let's see. Let's try to get an 80 and above, and we'll see that you caught something.
That would be awesome. Then we
Yeah. Just pure luck. Let's see if that happens.
That's a 50.
No, not lucky enough.
But it's not creating any drag, right?
No.
It's
It's just
okay.
this fish. Just like.
That was awesome.
So as you guys are moving along, about an hour or so pass by, you guys are getting pretty tired. So you guys continue, especially the swimmer.
If you want to get up in our boat, you can't.
I think I'm okay for a little bit, so I'm gonna keep
Alright,
going.
if you guys are going to continue pushing on, I need all you guys to roll me Constitution saving throw.
Which one?
See, Constitution saving throw to see if you guys get any exhaustion.
Okay.
Natural 28.
Holy shit, nice, dude.
He's rolling it today. Okay, so I got a dirty 20.
Nice. 10 and
I have no strength, but apparently
what
I have
is
con.
Ferris's Constitution score?
It is.
And it's a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Con. Where is this thing?
Just to make sure on my Jack of all
yeah,
trades, I don't get
+1.
proficiency on my saving throw.
No,
You
it's
got a
just
+1.
Plus
It is.
1? Okay, so that's. Did you roll for him or no?
No,
Okay, good. Alright, I did.
Okay.
So you got a total of 8. He is going to suffer a point of exhaustion.
Okay. I have.
Jericho got a 19.
And that's of his just total HP.
What is he has disadvantage on ability checks.
13.
13?
Yeah.
The DC was just base 10.
Okay.
The one that did not make it was Ferris.
Okay.
So you see that he's just getting a little sluggish and just
Mm-hmm.
a mixture of boredom and just fatigue that's hitting him.
Mark it.
So he just has disadvantages on ability checks.
Okay.
So hour 2 passes by and you guys looks like you guys are making way. The storm, you can see it as it's moving pretty fast now towards the inland. Really don't see much. An island here or there.
Island or
You see, you don't see the island, but you see a couple of islands here that are just a vast circle of just ocean. You feel, if nobody else was here, you would feel completely isolated. There comes a point where you don't even see fish for a couple of hours, for that hour or so. You hit 2 hours into the sea. What do you guys do? Do you push? Do you continue?
Like, what do we see around us right now?
At the moment, you see literally just water and then islands far off into this little tiny little specks.
And, like, neither of those islands that we see are the right ones.
According to what you're looking at, and taking a couple of minutes here and there every now and then to examine your map, there's about like 13 or 14 that you need to finish crossing before you reach where you need to. And so far, you feel like maybe you passed 3 of them. So there's still quite a ways away.
If you guys want, we can go to like one of the ones that's like halfway, rest for a little bit, and then complete the rest of the way.
Sure.
Maybe get
That
some,
makes
sounds
sense,
good.
yeah.
Mhm.
maybe get some fruit.
Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
I see you
I need
guys.
some papaya in my life.
What's that?
I'll try to fish from
Papaya?
the shore. I feel like I have better luck.
Once you guys
Doesn't know.
get there, tuning
delicious.
for time because that's very important at the moment.
It looks like a fruit.
Okay, it's getting close. It's like 11 in the morning at the moment. After you guys have pushed everything,
Okay.
you get there, hitting towards noon. You find a nice island. You sit there. You fish for a little bit. You catch 3 different critters. There's some fruits here and there. You guys can add to your inventory to not waste a day's worth of rations. And you guys have a nice, comfortable, light brunch. Or you feel well rested with that hour of Ferris just waiting. The exhaustion goes away.
Okay.
Do you guys continue on to the island or you push forward?
I want to do an hour of Patronus.
Okay, add an hour Patronus to your sheet.
When I see him doing that, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that too.
Yeah. I do too.
Okay.
Only got like 10 though, so I'm way behind everybody.
Alright, so with that, yeah, sure, fuck it. Everyone can add an hour Patronus. Fuck it.
Yay.
I'll say, well then,
Just kidding.
who's cooking, who's doing this, who's taking watch, who's getting the fruits, but fuck it.
I'm cooking
Even.
fruit.
Yeah, no, I
I am
intended
cooking
to,
the fruits.
to fillet and cook the
I'm
fish.
gathering the
since
fishes.
We used to do that a lot, me and Boardwalk. Fished
Yeah.
and cooked fish a lot.
So adding to another hour or so pass by with the rest that you guys have at the 2 hour mark. So now being 4 hours within, so you start passing. Now the islands start getting tighter and smaller within each other. Are you still pushing ahead and pulling the?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me perception, and then everyone else roll me perception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
That is a 12.
16.
Okay.
Oh wait, with disadvantage.
12.
12.
7.
4.
Okay. Sonya, what'd you get?
13.
13.
That's your disadvantage, damn.
I had a 2
You got
and
12
this
right.
is my 11.
Okay.
You're awesome. Forget how beefy
Okay.
you are.
So, as you guys are rowing, you do see, Sonya, a large cluster of seaweed just kind of collecting, and at the surface, it's kind of just floating on the water, not really moving, but just kind of just there in the motions of the waves. A good like maybe 20-foot just circle of seaweed just kind of just there. And it looks like you're gonna hit it if you keep going in the direction that you guys are going.
Only she sees it?
Yeah.
Okay.
To everyone else, it just looks like water, but it's thin and spread apart. But with your perception, just barely making the DC of 13, it looks kind of odd that it's so close to each other. Also, really high up in the water.
Question.
It's,
Is it as big as the shadow from the previous night?
no, that and like when I meant the shadow, it's like so like you know how the light will go.
Yeah.
Let's pretend like the light was going. As soon as it hit a specific spot, the light just dimmed, specific distance, and like it just
something
did
was-
not go through. And it got shorter, and as soon as it went past that, it continued getting longer.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta make it keep. You gotta make it go longer. It's
Dice balls.
because you're judging a large distance and back. I mean, it's not a far off assumption, but you can't be like that is exactly in that location.
Okay.
So, what do you guys do? As everyone
I want to
just
start pushing harder because I'm feeling it.
all right, yeah,
Can we get
you're in the mood with 2 nat 20. You're in the mood.
Can we get
I wanna
Ferris
tell
to just
everybody
like
if you
cast
can
the
go
light
around
out and
that
see if he can
ceiling.
kind of simulate again in the daylight?
One more time.
Can we get Ferris to cast a light out and see if he can kind of simulate in the daytime a spot where, you know, obviously it's
Sure. Yeah.
light out,
yeah.
but he's got a supernatural light,
What
right?
time is it?
Some
Yeah,
magical-
when he does with the light that's on, it doesn't really do too much, because light is as bright as a torch, and you're in natural sun. As the splashes of the water hit you guys, the stinging of the sun's kind of now starting to bug you.
She
Almost
said
2
that
p.m.
She recommended us going around it.
Yeah, I want to go around the seaweed.
Okay. As she points out that there's a bunch of seaweed just in a cluster.
Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
start.
Right. Roll me everyone athletics or strength. If you don't have athletic strength.
Is it specifically athletics?
If
or-
you have athletics, you can roll that because it would give you more pluses. And Sonya, what did you get?
Give me a second.
14. Athletics.
4.
4?
That's strength.
Wow.
Wow!
Oh, shit. 6.
21.
Okay, that
We
might
are the
do
strong
it.
ones.
And then the other two 11s. Just
Oh,
okay.
Athletics for him is
One
+2.
an 80 or above. We got 85. No, 80. Okay. Well, as you start doing that, and everyone else starts doing the kale slowly, seaweed slowly starts moving towards you guys. Very slow speed, but eventually starts dragging behind you. And roll me perception, everybody.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
And it's actually
It's a perception,
for
right?
Yep.
you.
Me?
Yeah.
The bones?
Yeah. So I've seen you do the feather fall on
Yeah.
there, which makes everybody lighter, right? Would
Well,
that-
it stops everybody from falling. It
Does
rests
that not
the
work that
moment.
way?
Yeah, it just makes you your momentum stop.
Never
At least
mind.
that's what the spell said. Yeah, I would love if I could have like a flick to get
Oh.
lighter or
I was
something.
thinking like my hero, where she just like touches things and
Yeah.
become lighter.
No, that would be amazing.
I can levitate, but I don't want to use it if I don't know what we're going into yet. Just
Sonya.
what I was thinking.
What did you get?
25 for perception.
Okay, yeah, you see it. Neff.
Alright.
19.
Neff sees
Oh,
this.
yeah, what was
Bones.
it again? It was 16.
Okay.
12.
You do not, unfortunately.
19.
Everybody except for you, as you're just, as BA's just focusing, just God, just fucking, just want to get there, and just keep pushing.
Are
This
we
is
there
stupid. Stupid. As you guys see that the seaweed eventually does stop, and then you just see a long motion flash over to jump on the water, and it's just a large, almost snake-like motion of a seaweed flashes into the water, and that's an encounter completely avoided.
Like the
As you,
Like the lock pieces?
Actually, well, kind of. Actually, been saying that they're not.
Totally.
Yeah, but they're not friendly.
Yeah,
They're
right. They
still
want to
chasing
bite.
us?
No, they gave up.
If anybody saw Fantastic Beasts 2.
Yeah, actually, if you guys did see Fantastic Beasts, it's a giant seaweed horse that Newt rides.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just misunderstood.
They like to drag you into
The depths.
the depths of the ocean, bite you
drown you.
underwater, and grapple you with its seaweed.
Mhm.
It's not a fun encounter.
I'm sure there's a good reason.
I mean, people suck.
They're hungry.
So.
I need all the evidence first before I can make an educated guess. You can't just assume. Not all sea monsters. Hashtag not all sea monsters.
All sea monsters matter.
All sea monsters matter, guys.
Hey, it's
So.
their home. We're just little ice cubes floating in it.
Yeah. As eventually they stop, and then you see that seaweed kind of.
Cute.
And Neff, you did notice that you were very close to one of those batches last night. That would have been a fun
Uh-oh.
fight for you. Actually, you could breathe in water, so that would have been not terrible.
That wouldn't have been horrid, but at the same time.
Get the fuck out of my house. No.
Were
So,
you making a horse joke?
I actually wasn't that time.
yeah. You guys continue on, and eventually, hour 5 hits,
Ooh.
hour 6 hits, hour 7 hits.
Are we seeing like a good like
You
island
see
area?
islands pass by here and there.
Like how many?
You guys are now meticulously started counting because you're looking at the dots on the map. You're approaching island 14.
What was it again? The one we're going for is 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
sorry.
approaching it, and this one looks a little odd. It's definitely, from the distance, it doesn't look that big. But once you get closer and closer and closer, it looks almost optically enlarged, and just it gets to a point that, as far as you can see, you can almost always see the island once you make focus on it, and that is your location. As you see, the paper also starts having a slight little shimmer and starts little sparkles around the actual like outline of the island. To almost, and when you're looking at it, it matches it almost identically. Like if you were just photocopied it and press it onto the piece of paper.
That's crazy.
But the island, as you're looking at it, rolling perception.
Sonya,
The
do you
only
get a
detail that
sense?
you guys see is that every piece of stone, every branch
like
of
that.
dead tree, every root, all black.
Black.
Yes.
I'm like,
Ooh.
that's metal as fuck.
Ugh.
I
It
feel
looks-
inspired. I
looks
don't
like
know if you meant it to.
a black metal Norwegian hour cover.
It's
I'm like, what band is that?
Can't-
Trees.
I can't read the webs in there.
Necro Isle.
Necro Isle. Sonya, what did you get?
24.
Okay, yeah,
Of
you
course
see
you
it.
did.
Yeah,
19.
you do not see it.
8.
Okay,
10.
17.
you guys don't see. Only Sonya. Oddly enough, very, very rare that she gets a passing perception check.
Right.
As you guys are looking
with
and just
disadvantage.
observing, and then you're starting to reach the location. The first thing that you guys notice is, other than just everything being completely black, you can make the distinction between distance and like it's not camouflaged, but like it's just, if you're not focusing, everything is a different shade between a dark gray to black. And as soon as you start getting to the right spot that you need to dock your boat, start wrapping around where you need to wrap around, the next thing everyone else notices is that the water is completely dark. You cannot see underneath the water. As soon as water hits, you cannot see any further below. The sun's still up. It's still bright. It is oddly, yeah, it's about 5 or 6, so it's starting to set, but it's still daylight. Yeah, you can see below the water. As you guys are,
up some water and see if the water
as you move
is black.
no, the water is just, you see clear water.
Can I?
When you put your hand underneath, as soon as it goes underneath the water, you cannot see your hand. It feels like regular water. There's no odd change in temperature or density or anything. As soon as you scoop it up, it's everything feels the same. Just you cannot see below the actual surface of the water.
I'm a scared girl now.
You get an overwhelmed amount of energy for no particular reason. Just it like sensory overload.
Whoa.
This area is completely consecrated.
In a bad
place
way?
giving
In a
it
very bad way.
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Can I bring out my canary light and see if it dispels any of the darkness?
No. There is no like supernatural darkness. It's just pitch.
Well,
Like
just
the
like to
rocks are-
see in the water.
Oh,
like
oh, no,
putting
it
the
does
light
not.
to peer in, nothing down. It's
So,
just
as you have the canary, you see the reflection of the canary on the water, but nothing below.
Okay.
I
And
want
then-
to pull the boats in.
Okay, as soon as you start doing that, put the bolts in.
Neff
As soon as
under
you
the
start
water?
moving the boats and you start touching land, you notice that there's a huge amount of rats that were just hiding, start screaming.
Rats?
Rats, yes.
Oh.
They start climbing up the rock and start going upward. Like they were just here. And it's going to get a little annoying, but the entire bottom level of this island is completely covered in rats.
Nice.
Can I
Sonya,
cast nature?
I like it.
yes, you can. Sonya, with your 24 or 6,
Uh-huh.
4?
yeah,
24?
you do see that at the top of the very top of this island, because it kind of goes almost a pyramid shape. There is definitely a constructed wooden structure on top. I mean, with
Like
the
a
vagueness
box
of it looks
or
like a
something?
house, but there's something on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards that then, if I can see it.
Okay. Do you mention that in any way to them?
Yeah, I'm just like, I see something over there. Let's go, like, I'm just gonna go towards it.
I secure the boats and then I follow.
Okay. As you guys are all, just gonna mark here, so stop moving around.
Like I would like to say that the boats are not in the water at all.
Yes, the boats are
Do
on the
we
land.
anticipate the rats messing with the boat, like trying to eat the
It
boat?
doesn't. It doesn't look like they're interested in the boat at all. They are very interested in you. You have a lot of smell on you. You have food on you, but not a single rat approaches enough to bite.
All right.
You know?
So what I'm planning on doing
Uh-huh.
is taking the rope that was attached to me from both boats, anchoring my walking stick down in the ground, and tying both of the boats
Together.
with the rope. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You do that.
So nothing's taking it off unless it's people.
Sure.
Does
Smart assumption.
anything seem familiar about the island or like like feeling about the feeling or anything like that I have?
No, and that's a little bit odd. You have not felt this presence ever, according to what I understand from your backstory. As I'm trying to see what the volume of this is, because I don't hear anything.
Are there trees on the island?
So yes, as I'm gonna describe the island in a minute. So as you guys are walking further above, after a specific distance up, you the temperature starts dramatically dropping increasingly, and until it gets about 20. It starts getting cold. You
As soon as-
start seeing the rats stop, like there's a level where the rats just do not go above, and the whole is just freezing cold.
I'm
You
gonna
start
put my
seeing
winter
these
clothes on.
slight, so you can take like the 5-10 minutes to take off your clothes and just wrap.
I'm just gonna put
Okay.
the cloak,
Go,
the
go,
winter.
Does
Okay.
my
Little
defiance
farm,
sense
yeah.
pinpoint anything?
No, it's a general area. Yeah. And from here, nothing. Still, 60 feet or 30 feet.
I think it's 60. Yes.
You don't have anything pinpointed. It's just a headache-inducing sensation. This place is in the utmost word fucked. Like there is dread and horror around you. in an odd connection to the attuned magicness that you have within, and hunting these things down. This is the most consecrated thing you've felt in a while, next to probably your ex-employer. But it's odd how much concentration is here. That is the earth itself is damned. As you guys are continuously coming up, you start seeing that there are trees and there are plant life, but not a single piece of greenery. No color amongst the dark. The roots and the tree trunks are like a darkened brown, but they still have these odd twists and turns, and everything has thorns unnaturally growing from them. You see a tree just almost completely hung over, and for a second, everyone just sees just a shadow of the branches just having bodies hanging. And as soon as you look at it, the bodies go away against the shadow. We can get rid of this because it's not paint. It's smooth. You with not taking any points of damage, but the little care that you guys are having, just the rocks are extremely sharp now. It's almost it's not like a volcanic glass, but it has that shining glimmer to it. And if you press hard enough, you can probably cut yourself if you weren't paying close attention. So your clothes are starting to get torn here and there. You start getting a couple little scratches, minor things, but it's the area. It's definitely not good. You guys
are there like
climbing.
trees like that are like inhibiting the path and stuff?
No, it's pretty open. Like you will find something that blocks your way, but it's easy enough to move around it. It's just the area. It's hollow. It's empty. It's void. You don't. Everyone gets a presence of, I do not want to be here. If half of you, the back of your head is just telling you to run. Actually, who does have their animal with them? Their familiar or their pet?
I would like to say that I'm actually excited to be here.
Yeah.
Justin is, or is Artie excited?
Artie.
Artie's excited to be here. Okay. Do you have your bat?
I have my bat.
I need your bat to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
What's the modifier on that?
No modifier. Just roll the d20.
It is a 3.
Oh, he flies away.
Yeah, I left my weasel.
Hi, baby.
Yep. Actually, that is one of the abilities of this island. It's DC 13 wisdom for an animal to pass beyond that bottom ladder where all the rats are hanging out.
Wow.
Good thing we didn't bring the horse.
It's a very good thing, actually.
Yeah. What would we do?
There is, as soon as you keep reaching further and further up, you almost see like there's layers. Like as soon as you reach a specific layer, a different thing gets added onto the island. So the rocks are still all black. The wood and the shrubbery are all twisted and formed differently, and you can swear that every now and then you see something in the trees and then it just disappears instantly. As soon as you focus on it, it's all has thorns, it's all sharp, and now a layer of fog about 4 inches off the ground, just it's there permanently, and you cannot swipe it away, you cannot move it. It's thick fog just there. You keep climbing up and the fog keeps a little lighter, and now up to your waist and just fog. You can still see now, you all see that wooden structure above it. It looks, technically it's not a mansion because there's only 6,000 feet. It has to be 8,000 for it to be a mansion.
Wow.
Paddington talking.
Yeah, it's chatted. No, but you see a large, roll me history.
Can I do
Everybody?
an insight
Would it be
to
like
see
a manor?
It looks like a manor, yeah.
I was gonna say, can I do an insight to see if I have a feeling that, because I have a lot of those feelings. I'm a feeling person.
What is your insight?
My concern initially was the rats, to see if they were like bewitched or there was something there. But I guess now that we're seeing the fog, to see if there's something that's like magnetic or
roll me
oppressing.
insight on that, yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll have to roll me history.
10.
Well, it didn't matter.
4.
Sonya, what did you get on history?
What history did you get?
I didn't do history. I can do history. I guess I
10.
can for history.
Yeah.
My insight
What'd you get on your insight first, and then roll the history after that?
was a 12.
It just
Something weird.
it feels cursed.
My history's really bad. I don't even need this one.
It's an old house. It's a very old house. It's a large old house.
That's a big house.
Yeah, and as you guys keep approaching higher and higher, you start hearing whispers here and there. You're not really understanding what they're saying, other than just the sensation of leave. You keep, every now and then you get a thought in your head of, this isn't a good place to be.
Yeah.
And as you guys are walking, what's the formation? Who's leading this?
I'll be up front.
I would be up front too.
So you two, as you guys are approaching,
Yeah, because I'm like pushing forward.
yeah, you both feel a on your left shoulder and one on your right shoulder. Just a steady, just stop. Just a hand just formally grab you.
I'm gonna look over my
Yeah.
shoulder.
I look at it, I don't see anything, and I
Yeah.
shrug it off.
Okay, as you guys see that, and you guys start seeing now that your shadows are moving against you, and for a second it looks like, in different times, in different places, as you guys are climbing this, but it looks like your own shadow stops and starts running down the mountain.
Dude, this place is weird as hell, and I'm getting the creepies from it. The creepies.
What are you
I
feeling?
see some bad juju.
I felt a hand on my shoulder, basically telling me to stop, and I feel like I just saw my shadow running and bullshit, shit.
It's all in your mind.
Can we have a quick second to review? So originally we found out about this from the guy that we found out was a werewolf, and he knew about it, I guess, from the alpha or something. We weren't really sure where he got the
You guys
information
don't know where he got
from.
the information from. He died before he could tell you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun.
But
I'd like to ready
In-
Shield of Faith
in
in case
Okay.
anything,
in
You have
conjunction
your
with
wand out and you have that.
in case I
spell.
see anything physical.
Sure.
in conjunction
Yeah,
with talking about this weapon, have we ever talked to Omni about this, or did any of the people who were
Would we
talking
want
to
her to
Omni?
know about this though?
Well, I mean, I feel like this is in her zone anyway, so I don't know if that was something like, hey, we were gonna look for this, or hey, we've got to do this. She's never said anything about the weapon for the undead. Or
I think
against
that
the
maybe
undead.
she doesn't need to know about this because possibly we could use it against her
Okay, I'm just trying to think context now.
if we can get
Who would
it.
have told us anything about this or gave us any clues? Because this seems really freaky to me too, and
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
I'm
if
getting a
there's-
huge sense of dread right now, and I don't like it at
I
all.
we
don't think
haven't-
anybody really asked anybody questions about the details.
Well, I mean, it's been a long time in the party before you guys got here. Do you guys know anything about this, or?
You guys only told us you had a map.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel very uneasy. Like we're gonna go and get stuck somehow.
We're already here.
You
What's
guys
up?
are.
House is right
You guys
here.
are like 7/10 the way up.
What's up,
You're pretty close.
Sonya? Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like if this is giving off such bad vibes, I wouldn't want to mess with it. And also, we have the map. We're the only people who know about it. Like, as long as no one else gets the map or we destroy it, I would feel fine just leaving this place alone because no one else would be able to find it.
Do you have a feeling? I know normally you can sense when we're in imminent danger, or you could tell if there's something that's about to happen.
Do I have a feeling?
Roll me an insight check.
I just want to say
Insight?
that
Okay.
continue moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not letting anybody know or anything like that. I'm just going.
Okay. Do you want to do stealthily or just chilling? I'm walking at my speed. I'm controlling my surroundings.
I never stopped.
Okay.
I want to follow him and see
I got a
him off the rest
16.
of bitch.
What did you get?
16?
Yeah, unfortunately, other than just this island feels like it's alive. And when I say that, I mean the island itself feels like it's telling you to leave. You are not welcomed here. That's dumb to think, but that's what you feel.
I mean, but a lot of us are magically trained or skilled, so we would be more sensitive to this. So I think in my sorcerer brain says, I don't know about this. Bad juju.
It's definitely bad juju since you landed on the island. Set foot on the island. But as you guys are having this conversation, you see Artie and Mia about 30, 50 feet ahead.
I'm not letting them go without us, so I'm going. If you guys want to go back, that's fine, but I'm going to go with them.
And Mia, I'm saying normally these things have precautions put in front of them, but with the more precaution, the better the reward.
So you, as Neff, you're approaching, you hear the back end of that conversation. For the sake of Jericho and Ferris, they're continuing in their own private conversation as they're approaching you guys as well.
Okay.
Steph and Bones, what do you guys do?
Well, we were towards the back, I guess, so just keep walking, following everybody. I mean, we don't really have a choice at this point.
As we keep walking, I just want to keep looking, like, around us, just to make sure nothing, like, creeps up on us or anything.
You have a sensation that there's always someone behind you. And every time you look,
Like
this is a
someone's
large
always
map.
watching me?
Yeah, you feel that someone's always watching you. But as soon as you take a glance, nobody is there. Okay, so for the sake of this, we're gonna put one of the maps on the board. Actually, if you guys do not mind,
Yeah?
I need you
Yeah.
to close your eyes.
Oh.
Because I need to hide some of the compartments of this map.
Yes, sir.
I can't do anything.
As there is a lot that you guys cannot see because you're not there yet. Hi everybody, how are you doing? How's your life stream?
Life's awesome.
You like spooky shit. That's what we're getting.
I kind of do, so, this is going to be fun.
Say that now.
I say it now until I die because somebody cast fireball.
Yeah. And we're going to use this, and as you guys are approaching the top, you can open your eyes now. I'm going to use these as slight anchors.
Sure.
But you see a large 4-story house.
Yes.
Roll me perception, everybody. Next to a smaller.
Yeah.
I want. So yeah, there's a large wooden house, large structure. There's a small little shed over here. You see that there's a cemetery on this end. Not that you guys are physically here, but just to try to make the map go down. Why is it doing that? Not sure, but
we're not there yet.
Huh?
So
You guys are approaching this location, but I want to try to flatten the map as much as I can. But you see that as you guys are approaching the top, it's a 4-story home. You see that there is a large. The first perception. What did you guys get?
I got a 9.
26.
Okay.
8.
6.
Steph, what did you get?
27.
All right, so you both can see it. To everyone, this is just a large house, heavy stone bricks leading up to. It looks like the entrance to the house is actually the 2nd floor, and you see a cemetery next to you guys, and then a other house that is a smaller, much smaller house, up to the side. That has like an old, like very thin dirt path as it's going here. The fog, once you reach this point, like immediately just, you obviously see it just get thicker and just sink down into the ground, and it's perpetually just stuck about 3 to 6 inches from the surface.
Can we see through the fog at all, or no?
Not
super
the
thick.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, the fog now that's on the ground you can see, but you see it like it almost. You guys all felt that it like welcomed you to see the house. It's like see me now. There's no stonework here. It's very flat. It's actually nicely kept, but dead.
This would be beautiful during the day.
If there was plant life all around. There's no vines, there's no greenery, there's no life that is next to the actual construction of the house. But what Sonya and Mia see is that you see like the old brick layout, and then on top of it some parts are like not completely finished. Some like casting on top of it with a different same color, almost like you're trying to hide it, but different form of material. And then you see these wooden skeletal beams on the outside on parts of the house, on specifically the sides, but on the other side it just looks like more modern. And you guys gathering that it looks like this house was old, extremely old, and it was just built on top and then reconstructed and reinforced, and then and you could almost tell, kind of YouTube bones a little bit, but you could almost tell the different centuries of the construction of the house. And as more technology and modernization was available, the house got reconstructed with new materials, stronger materials, smarter, and spread out. You also see that the tombstones in the little cemetery, 6 of them, they have dates on them but no names. Only one has a name. The name's completely scratched out with different forms to scrape off against the stone.
How old are the people that are in there?
The oldest is from the 12th century.
Ooh. But like,
Wow.
were they like young or adults?
It doesn't have a
Birth?
It just has a end date.
Oh.
There's 12th, 13th, and 14th century names in that. Time, sorry. Not.
But you can't read them.
Yeah, and the one that is scratched out is it's a 12th century. Is the oldest of the people here.
Do I notice anything about that one in particular, the one that's scratched out?
It's the smallest tombstone looks like the oldest tombstone. Like the salt of the sea and the sun has weighed it down. It looks like just a nub of rock.
How's the ground around
Yeah, I was
the
about to
graves?
say.
Like, does it look anything
Actually, yes. Thank you. The grave has no fog at all. Has no thorniness around it. The stones look natural colored. The fence looks completely untouched on the inside, not the outside. So the wooden structure on the outside looks like the fog's hitting it. You can see the wear and tear of it, but the stonework inside has natural wear and tear. Not any of the supernaturalness that's happening around is affecting the actual cemetery, the 20 by 15 cemetery.
So it's like a little protected area.
Can I-
Kind of.
Can I get close enough to the grave to actually pick up some of the dirt that's on top?
I was gonna say I was
Sure.
interested in picking up some
You
grave
got some
dirt
dirt?
too.
I want to kick the door open to the shed.
I'm putting it in
Okay.
my pocket.
As
Yeah.
you go over and
Same.
you kick the door open. You see a man just God, and there's just an old, skinny looking man with very thin very thin, almost like the hair is falling off, white hair, completely bald at the top, thick white beard. He looks fairly frail and old. Oh my god, I didn't get a miniature for him out. I apologize. Shoot. I had a mini prepared for him. So in the meantime, we're just gonna use this token.
Imagine.
He was gonna say it's not in there.
No, if it's in here, it's too far for
As
me.
soon as I see the guy, I'm like, show us where it is.
Excuse me, sir. What time of day is? How can I help you? You look. Pardon, it's. Do you mind turning around so I can get dressed?
Is he naked?
No. He looks like he has a thick onesie and it's buttoned. And it looks pretty formal, to be honest.
I want to be like, what are you doing here?
The grounds and the groundskeeper. Are you here to see the masters?
Possibly.
Oh, let me announce you then. It'd be rude not to. If you just mind waiting a minute.
What kind of people live here?
The family. It's cold at times, but it's their customs.
And if
I'll
you don't
turn around,
okay.
but I'm being cautious. But if I hear him scuffling or anything,
you hear like his feet being
Actually,
dragged on the ground.
Can I get an insight check to see like if he's like dangerous? Or
Sure,
anything?
roll me insight.
16.
You feel that he cares about manners and in his place a lot.
Okay. I'll let him get dressed.
You don't know if you should trust him though. Not that you sense anything like, ooh, like I know he's hiding something. You just don't know if he is. You don't get a feel from him.
Can I come around and say like, you said cold like a vampire?
No, just rude and bookish at times.
Okay.
But it's not polite for a lady to just. Can you please turn around?
I'll turn around.
And you see that he's putting on, and his clothing is dirty, dusty, but really nice, like expensive nice. And then he kind of gets a lantern up. It's gonna be one of those days. And you see that he's walking away, and you hear the eek as the lantern opens, and you hear the match kind of start lighting it.
Oh, more company. Oh, what is?
Hi, who are you?
I'm the groundskeeper.
There's a groundskeeper?
Yes, to tend to the grounds.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, this is very nice grounds.
He's
It
gonna
looks
be
like
showing
this
us around, right?
cemetery area is
I
very
was going
clean.
to introduce you to the masters, and should I get your proper names?
Masters?
Yes, multiple, as in plural.
Okay. They're the people who I guess own this house?
Yes.
Do they own the island?
Oh, yes, amongst others.
Okay.
My
What
name
family
is
is it?
Shanae.
One more time. I do not quite understand your formal tongue. Shanini? Shanono? Shabubu?
Shanae.
Shanene. Sir Shanene. You, madam?
I'm Mia.
Mia?
They call me Bones.
Madam Bones?
Neff.
So
Madam Neff?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, cordially.
He looks at you,
Nice.
Sonya.
I'll play nice for him. Sonya.
He looks at you.
Yeah.
Do you say your name?
I'm just gonna stare at him for a minute and just like in a staring contest.
He looks
Just like
after about 30 seconds, he will look intimidated, and confused and unsure of what's happening.
I'm like, Sonya.
Madam Sonia.
And then Jericho and Ferris, unless they're here, they're gonna say Jericho and Ferris.
Follow me.
He moves slow, but not unnaturally slow. He just looks slow for man. His.
As we're walking, can I do my
Advanced
words
age?
of terror and talk to him as I am and kind of plant like seeds on there that way he's afraid of me to try to get him so he won't like lie or do
What's the
anything
DC on that?
weird. Let me look for a second. I know I have to speak with him for 1 minute and then he becomes
Which you've been, if that counts.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have had this written down.
Yeah, actually, I need to look up his stats. Sorry, it's in my book.
I'm gonna try to stand towards the front of the party. I guess behind Artie and Mia if they're gonna be in the front.
Oh yeah, you guys are still leading, right?
Can I cast detect thoughts on him?
It's just my spell save DC. 14.
14. 18. without any pluses. Is there like a lighter effect or secondary effect?
It just says that if it sees the target has no hint that I tried to frighten it.
Okay, well that's good. So he doesn't understand. Okay, he would not have gotten that. What detect thoughts? What's the DC on that?
It doesn't show a DC. It doesn't show a DC.
It'll be your DC. Like, what's your spell DC?
Oh, it's gonna be, so what's it, 15?
15. Is that a wisdom save?
It's just in my spell save DC.
No, he said is the detect thoughts a wisdom save.
Well, okay, well, regardless, that would have been a total of 12. What did you say your DC was? 15. So, you do see the surface thoughts. Honestly, he's repeating, Master Shinene, Madam Mimi, and he's just repeating your names over and over again. That's the surface thought that he's having.
Okay.
And then as
for
soon
a
as-
minute, so if anything happens in a minute.
Okay, yeah. And as soon as you start going up the stairs to like the first door, which is the second floor, you see that he's like, okay, and like he starts saying it in his head as you guys start seeing it, like, bro, straight up, shoulders back, keep good form, huh?
As we're going up.
Intentionally start doing it.
Okay.
As we're going up, I'm gonna say, so what's the name of this family that owns this house, or the masters, or I'm unfamiliar with this area.
You're unfamiliar with the area, but you wish to be introduced to the family.
Yes.
I don't think that I would tell you then. Maybe
Okay.
for them to respond.
Okay.
If you are, it is my job to introduce all guests, and unfortunately that counts you then.
Okay.
Thank you for your honesty. Now I know that I cannot trust you.
Didn't you
But-
tell us we had to give you our names so you could introduce us?
It would be polite to, yes, of course.
Why are you being rude?
I'm just being forward. People coming into my master's island and not knowing who my master is. Sorry, masters. Masters are. It'd be foolish not to be concerned, but I am also being polite and letting you in. If you do not mind.
He opens the door, and you hear it. As soon as you step inside, the place looks empty. And you hear him boasting in a very loud voice, repeating every single name. Greet to you, Master Shinene, Madam Mia, Madam Bones, Madam Neff, Madam Sonya, I almost called you Stephanie, Master Ferris and Master Jericho, to the manor. And then he kind of bows, and as soon as he said, you hear, and you see red eyes everywhere. And like in that flash, like when the flash hits, you see bright, and then as soon as that second of darkness hits, you see just eyes throughout every painting. You thought you saw shadows start moving. You swore that the couch was on one side and the sofa and the dresser was on the other side. And as soon as the lightning hits, the entire furniture, everything is moved. And due to time, I will play the intro to the song.
Okay.
And you see the front entrance of the house as you have stepped in. This is gonna be a little bit hard, but as soon as you guys do step in, you see a large carpet in front, stairs leading upwards, and all the candles, all the candelabras light up. And then you see the old man look, your pardon. He just disappears. And now you are in this mansion.
And the guy came out.
Da-da-da-da.
The guy came out.
The guy did nobody's come out.
No, he disappeared.
He literally
Oh, yeah.
turned into mist and disappeared. And you saw for a second an almost ghostly body go through the door.
Holy
and a
crap.
second or two later, you hear as the door where the shed was, you thought it was a shed, but it's his house, closes.
The door closes?
And
As he's gone, I'm gonna be like, thank you.
Shut up,
like,
Sinead.
you hear footsteps above, heavy, and then you hear scratches below the floor where you are at. The temperature is even colder in here, almost 10 degrees. Everything is filled with cobwebs, ornate, beautiful, delicate, but eerie.
Yeah.
And this is where we're gonna end the game.
Oh my god!
And we'll start in this manner next week.
Holy crap!
We
I
don't
feel like
know
we're about to
anything.
start a game of betrayal.
Maybe.
Oh.
Which, guys, stay tuned, because that's gonna be Saturday.
Woo!
Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh.
This video will be added, put it on YouTube / hopefully Divine and Conquer soon. Hopefully, if I can
If
figure
not,
that
it's
stuff out.
Dream Production.
Yeah, Dream Production Film. But yeah, thank you guys so much for this intro to a creepy new couple of games.
I freaking love this music, by the way.
Yeah, tabletop audio.
Love it.
That shit the bomb, yo. Yeah,
Da-da-da-da-da.
thank you guys so much for sticking tuned.
Some
Love y'all.
people do Christmas in July.
So
We
do-
do
Halloween in July.
I wish I could do Halloween every day.
I
I'm
do
a
too.
Goth kid. All right, thank you guys so much. Remember, one's at the right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! Love you guys.